TBS's salute to the big ones will be...
Hey, give me money. YouTube memberships. Become a member of my weirdo empire. Just 99 cents a month, you can become Max Thrasher the Bounty Hunter yourself. Special badges, shoutouts at the beginning of the streams, and you get to feel good about yourself. For $4.99 a month, you can join the Erotic Eric Fontaine tier. All those other perks, plus once a month, you can join me and our friends for a special not quite wrestling live stream where we watch something that's kinda like wrestling, but not quite. And for $9.99 a month, you can play Armstrong Bingo with us. It's all that other stuff, plus once a year, you can select what we watch on Off the Grid. Just don't make it porn, don't make it something that'll get me a copyright strike. Please send a link because I don't want to do work. I'm lazy. Get on YouTube now, support me, I'll thank you later. Literally, I will thank you. And until we can fix capitalism, this is the best I can do.
From the swamps of Louisiana, the Cajun Predator.
The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. We did it again, another 7 days around the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name is Tom. Oh, as Optimum Vision said. Tom. Here, look at that. Look at that. That's where my handle is. I need to keep my hand away from it because, like, if I'm here, see, I'm so pale, you can't see my name. I put my hand up to it because it's all white. But anyway, welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live, where every Tuesday at 9 p.m. we gather to watch the quote-unquote forgotten television classics from the 1990s in World Championship Wrestling. Tommy Tuesday going down. Hey Vera, hello. Glad to see you. Glad to see you around these parts. Welcome. Yeah. Vera's great, as is everybody else in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. So if you're watching, you're not in the Twitch chat, get there now. Streaming in a couple different places, but I'm telling you, Twitch is where it's at. You'll have the most fun in the Twitch chat. All sorts of fun people, whether it be ghosts or Brian's. I don't know why I said Brian, so we're Brian's, but all sorts of great folks. Eddie Sensei with his emojis. Speaking of great folks, let's check out the Weirdo Empire, aka everybody who is subscribed to me. Not subscribed. There's a lot of people who subscribe to me on YouTube, but these are the folks who have plopped down money to help me out. Say, hey Tom, I support you. Speaking of Brian Dermody, the man, the myth, the legend. Commish Spiffy, Troy 11, Dave in Syracuse, everybody's friend Jonathan Mayer, Scott Keith, Hidden Tracky, Z McClure, Jason Honeycutt, Bartmaster Supreme, Ken Terminated DQ, Jacob Kinney, Verticus Maximus, the sign man himself, Champagne and JD, Adam Suzanne, the Suzanimal, Yankee Hawk 04, Peyton Andrews, Adam Simon, Brent Clark, Anthony Marola, Stephen J. Neptune Man, Bam Dog, Sean Fox, Jesse, Jamie Imple, Wild Whoops, Brandon Stevenson, Casual Villainy, Dima Bauer, Ninja Tyler Black, Active Graves, Mark Webster, Justin A.K., The Buddha Bowl, Unpop, Sean Connell, Coop's Footy Vids, much better than Coopy's Foot Vids, D. Cribs, Brando H., Ahil Del Cento Gold, Kubla 1972, Philip Remain, Joseph Theoud, Judas Effect, Ghost of Burt Prentice, Generic Footy Fan, Cloud121D, Joshua Kuhn, King Coop, Edsel Mask, David Wilhall, Jeff Landry Comedy, Advocate of Enochiism, Rolling Golem, Connecticut White Cotton Panties fan, hello Bruce, and Canyon 31, who better? Thank you all so much for throwing your support down with your wallets. Not Quite Wrestling, the members only stream, will probably be the last Sunday of the month. This month, between that damn Tony Khan and that damn Paul Levesque, most of my Sundays are taken this month. Thrown off the grid, completely out of whack, and we're going to be doing Not Quite Wrestling a little later in the month than I'd like. We'll get there. We'll do the member stream later in the month. Now, speaking of cool folks that I like, if you'd like to keep the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club going all week, keep the chat going, check out my Discord, tinyurl.com/, why did I not say slash correctly the first time? tinyurl.com/Discord for Tom Green. Well, right there. Again, look, see how white my hand is? It's really hard. Take my hand away and you can see it just fine. So join my Discord. Yeah, have fun with where did I go? I clicked the wrong thing and I disappeared. I went shh for a second. Anyway, we 5 minutes into this thing. No wrestling yet. What the hell? What the hell was going on with you, Tom? Let's get to the wrestling. We're going to go back to the year 1996. Both shows aired on TBS, April the 13th, 1996. We're going to start Saturday morning. We're going to start with The Pro. Let's go. As always, let me know how my sound is, how the show sound is, how everything is. Take some advantage. By the way, shout out to Refs as Wizards. Thank you for re-upping your Prime sub. Yeah, some of my files have that logo. But hey, you know what? Without XWT, we wouldn't have a lot of shit on the internet. Universal Studios. Dusty and Larry and that damn rat, Chris Cruz. It is still around. Very much still around.
Nothing makes me happier than some guy who thinks he's
BKM, thank you so much for the sub. For those of you who are new, what I do with my Twitch subs is I put them in a little syringe. Here's all weird. I put it in a little syringe, and then I jam it in my butt cheek, and I get big muscles. Refs as Wizards, I appreciate that. If you type random letters, hey, it might be smarter than some of the shit I'm saying tonight. Yeah, I did too, Idle Wild South. Thank you, Yankee Hawk.
And I guarantee you one thing, the man that blacked both eyes and broke the cheek, if you will.
Yeah, the hairlines here, going back further than Larry Zbyszko's career. That is definitely a green screen. All right, we're starting with the State Patrol. Bullshit, they are not 6 feet tall. The State Patrol were like 5'5" each. They were tiny little muscle men. I mean, it's kind of what they were. They were kind of the state troopers. There we go. Choo, 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 choo. Those three announcers, and I mean the pastoral staff of my childhood church. Love it, BKM. There we go. One of my favorite teams in WCW history, Fire and Ice. Scott Norton and the Ice Train. Love Scott Norton fist pumping that old man. Happy anniversary to Optimum Vision. 8 years, that is big time. Hell yeah, congratulations. State Patrol ever ticket a luchador for speeding. I mean, there's a few ways that could work. Hello, Angel, over on Twitter. Cops versus Hosses. That would be a pay-per-view I'd buy. Is Bobby Walker on this? I don't know. I didn't look at the match lists. Not that Chris Benoit. So, Tom, who do you think won the Norton versus Ludwig Borga fight? For those of you who did not see Dark Side of the Ring last week, I mentioned there was a bar fight. There's an anecdote where, depending on who you heard it from, is who you might have heard the winner was. I'm going to go Scott Norton. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Not that Tom Grain Reels on Instagram. He was fired because when you go fast, when you're flash, you go fast, you create heat. And from that heat becomes a flame. That is why he is Flash Norton. Because, I mean, if you go with the other meaning of Flash, it would be penis and ice, or ice and penis.
Sergeant Parker's going berserk here.
He threw a forearm. Is that going berserk? Yeah, Fire and Ice and the Steiners is one of my favorite tag team feuds ever. Also, fuck the haters. Ice Train ruled. That dude could move. Ice and Penis and their feared finisher, the Shrinkage. I was trying to get a Shrinkage joke in there. I couldn't think of one. Leave it to Brian. He's my backup. Jokey jokes. Midas, hello. Salutations to you. Oh my, that's scary. Even with help, how easily he got a grown man up. That's awesome, Peter. I need to. I have figures. I need to figure out something to do with them. They're just sitting in their casing.
I think might have made the play of the day right here, but Parker didn't have enough weight to hold Norton down. And a rake of the eyes, the State Patrol looking so impressive against this very impressive team of Fire and Ice, and they're double teaming.
I think it's silly anytime somebody would throw body shots at Scott Norton. It's like completely not believable. Like, he's the width of an old tree. And not only did he cut his teeth in arm wrestling, Scott Norton was one of the best arm wrestlers in America. There we go. Good for Dusty. Got some clubbering. I don't buy it. You hit Scott Norton in the back, he's not feeling it. Hey, Seven Fingers. It's the State Patrol. Why do I have the feeling that wasn't supposed to happen? Like, that did not fit what was going on at all. Like, Buddy Lee just went right back on offense.
But look at here. What they want to do is keep Norton from tagging the Ice Train. Stay on his knee. These guys are going to the upper body, and he's too big. The brutality of this match.
I think we're getting a double suplex here.
Wait a minute. We're gonna have a report.
Wait a minute.
What is Norton gonna try?
Oh.
That takes
What?
so much unbelievable.
Yeah, Brian, you could hit that man with many a blunt object. And there's no way to fit. Even now, he's not that much smaller as an old man. We're getting the shoulder breaker. Oh. Oh. Come on. Scott Norton's one of the few big guys who had a voice that fit his body. He's not a Bobby Lashley. You know what I mean? Like when Scott Norton talk like this. Like, it is a shame. Those who don't know the story, Ice Train wanted to split up the team, and that's why they split up so soon. It is a shame. I believe it's my good pal Kevin Marshall who's popped up in the Twitch chat a couple of times, who had the idea. They should have been the NWO Steiners.
Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker managed to save his neck. No thanks to Ice Train, but look at the power of Scott Norton here. Picked up both men.
What is this music? Was this Scott Norton's music?
Shoulder breaker by Scott Norton. Ice Train. The legal man comes down, squashes him.
Move that so I can ring. Oh, not that.
Definitely a mass of bone.
What am I doing? I didn't even see that. I'm so sorry, gang. Dr. Stoppage. Hello. Thank you for the follow.
They're huge, man. I know. I'll tell you.
Gene hiding in lockers to find out. By the way, if you didn't notice, so Johnny B. Bad filmed this commercial and then left the company. And instead of refilming his scene, they just put a black bar over his face. He wasn't over the top. Yes, Dr. Stoppage. But no, I love Gene hiding in lockers, wanting to find out Harlem Heat's size. Jonathan, my dude, my bud. Thank you so much for re-upping your Prime sub. I'm going to be huge at the end of this show. Oh, it's VK Wall Street to completely make us sad.
There's another important event tonight. Saturday.
If anyone needed to go to sleep, now's the time. I actually have a number of folks who have told me that they use these streams as like ASMR. Like they turn them on and go to sleep because they're very soothing. And this is VK Wall Street's a guy you fall asleep to. Hell yeah, Jonathan. I loved the ending to Love on the Spectrum this season. I love Love on the Spectrum. It's such a nice show. It's such a nice, sweet show. We finished it yesterday. Gene got stuffed in a locker like a nerd. He just stayed in there. How big is Booker T's dick? Oh my god, yes. Was it Heavy Metal Queen? Yes. Hey Nathan, hello. Cobra went, spent a semester abroad in Paris. Came back with that beret. And a very nice French boyfriend. Thank you, Dr. Stoppage. I try. Oh, the one that Abby sang. Yeah, that one I almost cried. Thought you were talking. Yeah. I should have known. I don't know why I thought of that one first. But yes, Abby's song was very sweet. That is IRS. VK Wall Street. The VK does, in fact, stand for Vincent K. He's not Russian? Of course he's not Russian, Larry. But don't you remember which guy, Cobra or Wall Street? Either way, you're lucky. I do that sometimes with the Pro Wrestling Potluck, Scotland Green, Thursday nights 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/Mr. Green Mist. If Scotland goes over 11, there's a good chance I'm falling asleep with the phone in my hand. So I'm an old man. Scotland is a night owl. He'll go past two hours. He's a rebel. And I felt bad because he played one of my match submissions after I fell asleep on Thursday. Like I had the stream up. I was in the chat.
And I'll tell you something else, Chris Cruz, WCW, TNT Monday, Nitro coming.
What did they do there? I don't think WCW kicked him out. I think he wanted to jump to. I think the storyline was they gave everybody an ultimatum. Hey, you got to jump to the NWO by this day, or else you can't jump. And he jumped, but then JJ Dillon's like, hey, you can't actually jump. So VK Wall Street was in WCW, but was anti-WCW. I think that was the storyline. Randy Eller, the referee. Seriously, every WCW referee looked like all of the other ones. They looked like they were dressing up like the WCW referees.
I couldn't stand it. A Monday night without Nitro. I hope that never happens again. Well, pretty boring.
I figured Chris Cruz would have withdrawal syndrome symptoms from Dynatap.
You got a good point there.
I think Stash Pages was selling that anti-WCW shirt for a bit.
The question here, and it obviously will be answered in this match, is
hey, Cecil. You know what? Eric Watts, I'll defend Eric Watts in TNA. He was very 2004 when he was there, but it was 2004. Also, he used to do that like double back mule kick roll through thing that like Mike Quackenbush used to do, but he did it way better. And it was way more impressive because Eric Watts is like 9 feet tall. Yeah, Randy Eller has a little boy haircut. Like Randy Eller's mom still cuts his hair. Gotcha, Sean.
Wall Street. Oh, Cobra trying to fire back, change the momentum around a little bit. This moment here on TBS.
Like, we're gonna find out in like 5 years that the WCW referees were like a cult that Nick Patrick ran, and you had to look like Nick Patrick. Holy shit, a VK Wall Street match that ends at an appropriate time.
The picture perfect execution. Wall Street puts him on his shoulders. He waits for
I think that was too. I'm not arguing. Again, I want the VK Wall Street match to be over. Because he's very boring. And Ayla Cobra's already up. Yeah, that was Wall Street's finisher. Stock market crash. I was wondering why you brought up Eric Watts. I was just going with it. By the way, this commentary was taped days before this aired, and they just left that part in where everybody's talking over each other. What is this music?
Savage, I wanted to show you what the good life is all about. Step into our
the good fancy life where we all hang out at a Sears photo studio and get drunk on cheap wine.
They followed us to Las Vegas. They've seen us style and profile. And tonight I'm going to show them what the good life is
It goes to
all about.
Prentice. All WCW refs were just grown from Nick Patrick's fingernails in Dusty's garage.
Ric Flair. It's not easy being a nation boy. You know all about woman. I fell in love with her the first time I laid eyes on her. She is one.
This is a phone sex ad. Oh my goodness.
She helped me destroy the Macho Man.
Could you imagine having phone sex with Ric Flair? Oh, wow, man.
Well, you know, Nate, I've gotten what I want.
Woman! Oh, woman!
Oh, man.
Macho Man, it's gotta kill you to see you live with all this radiant beauty wrapped around my arm.
Like, I'm so confused. The aesthetic here? Where are they supposed to be?
Because he's successful now, it's all because of me, and I do deserve half of everything that he has or ever will.
This is even more of a phone sex.
The truth hurts. Sometimes.
Yeah, don't be doing close-up. That is... Call
Macho
now.
Man, what's left to say? Garçon, bring us some more champagne over
Garçon. And it's just the kid working the cashier desk. Photo hut.
Hard to be humble. With beauties like this, it just goes on day in and day out. Woo! Oh Lord, how it's hard.
But of course tonight,
Yeah, I love to hang out with the women on a gray screen. So the Giant doesn't have music, so they have him come out to the show music. So yeah, they purposely did his hair up like Andre's here. His legacy. Therapy, thank you so much for giving out that sub. Vern Henderson and Butch Long. Also, that's not Vern Henderson. That's fake Manny Fernandez. Vern Henderson is like 90 years old. Oh shit! Butch Long caught fake Manny Fernandez with his nose. Yes, it was. It's supposed to be. This is one of those babyface matches I did that short about, where they taped him. They taped multiple matches with him as a babyface and still aired them, even though he didn't turn. The Giant is now the South African heavyweight champion. Oh gosh. The Giant should just eat the smaller men. I'm surprised that's never been a finish in a match. Cecil, I think you know what to do with mystery wrestling. You should steal that, Cecil. Steal that. Don't steal the part where I said that somebody in Mystery Wrestling should eat somebody else. Steal that spot. Yeah. Mandy Fernandez. This is why you get paid the big bucks, Sean Drux. 3 count. The Giant wins. See, he's being a babyface here. I did not know that ISW had a winner eats the loser match. Of course, Mike in the game. Oh shit. Was it Flip D Burger? I remember being a Flip D Burger fan back in the day. The cow won. Hey! Hey, we're going to see Lex Luger in action, also the U.S. heavyweight champion, and a lot
Speaking of meat.
as we continue with the pro in a moment.
That shot of Paul White walking out. Fucking love wrestling. Hey, we got 3 Armstrongs.
Attention, you hotline fans. You're not going to believe this. A major WCW
Maybe
champion
that's
has been suspended under highly questionable circumstances.
WCW
This
champion been
decision apparently
suspended.
Not only involving organizational officials, but also, believe it or not, politicians outside the USA. It's a tremendously complicated
It's got to be a New
story,
Japan guy.
and one you won't hear anywhere else.
Fujinami?
On the WCW hotline. You won't read about it in the dirt sheets. Call 1-900-909-9900. That's 1-900.
No, Vader's thing was in 97.
$1.49 a minute. Kids, get your parents' permission. But call right now for this.
The Giant is the
blockbuster story.
smokeman for painting Pro V for me.
Thanks, Mean Gene, the man with the scoops on the hotline.
It has to be Inoki or Fujinami.
It's Cruz, the legend.
Yeah, Gene got really horny about like Meltzer and them when he jumped to WCW. Here we go, minute work.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't tell Gene Okerlund anything. The man could sink a fleet.
Half the tag teams in WCW at this point were just stripper gimmicks. Like construction worker wrestlers, it's just a stripper thing. There's my boy Mark Starr. And their opponents. Brad shredding on the guitar. Jonathan marked that spot off on the bingo card. It's the Armstrongs.
In fact, Dusty, you are the one who's going to be calling the action for that big 8-man.
I agree, but it's swipe rate. It's Brad and Steve with Scott. A rare appearance where you have 2 brothers and the third one is managing the other 2. Normally, it's just 2 of them. The Armstrongs theme had no business going as hard as it did. That guitar riff is so sweet. Nick Patrick's the ref, so he's gonna half-ass this whole thing. I don't think it's Medusa.
But let me tell you, big time, Christopher Cruz, big caveman.
We don't know, because Men at Work didn't win a lot, even though they had a gimmick. Even though they spent money on props for their entrance. Men at Work had the fanciest interest in WCW at this time. Nobody else had props. Some guys had pyro, but nobody had props. Men at Work's entrance was the WCW equivalent of a WrestleMania entrance.
Okay, so once again, it's Road
This whole match feels like a bunch of strippers. Seriously. All these damn mullets.
And the Nasty Boys on the other tonight in a special 8-man tag team event.
Yeah, when Roadblock came around, you can't really do the Men at Work gimmick anymore when he's wearing it.
Teaming up tonight. Chris Canyon with a right. Chris Benoit back in action, and all this is leading right on up to WCW. Monday Nitro going to be coming live when we take a look at the Giants.
Nick Patrick versus Top Rope, who wins? They're at a stalemate every match. They're just locked up. Prop budget came with the money they saved getting their gear at Walmart. I'm surprised Canyon did not invent the roadblock. We have footage of him inventing half of the other moves that guys do now. It's either Canyon or Manami Toyota have invented every cool move in wrestling.
At this point, will he be by Hulk Hogan's side on Nitro?
Well, he was shooting off his big mouth and he got it shut.
He did not. He got jumped once again by the tap.
Very weird to see Steve Armstrong in the long tights. Normally he was a trunks or a singlet guy. I'm loving Scott at ringside, dancing. Nova didn't invent shit. Nova watched indie tapes and Joshi tapes and stole everything and then bitched about it on the internet. We have 5 rope grabs from Nick Patrick. Imagine Nick Patrick refereeing an ROH pure title match. The only incident where the referee runs out of rope breaks. We're up to 6. I need to get me one of them counter gimmicks for these Nick Patrick matches.
The tickets are going on sale this Monday, April 15th. That's right, in Baton Rouge for the pay-per-view called the Lethal Lottery.
Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, I didn't like Lance Storm in tights either. It just felt weird.
What a tremendous event it is.
And when they did the big dick gimmick, it exposed it.
Starting this morning on the Pro Show right here.
Gotta stuff them things, dog. 7, we're up to 7. I have to think Nick Patrick's refereed an hour-long match before.
But what you said is so right with Slamboree coming up, the Lethal Lottery, Battle Bowl, if you will. Anybody could befriend anybody in that situation.
Not a big fan of the red font on the green tights. Patrick literally turned his back on attack. Oh shit, he almost lost him. Poor Marla. Go give her a shoulder rub tonight, Brian. But just with one hand and just kind of lean on it. Tell her I'm giving you the Nick Patrick tonight. 8 and a Uranagi backbreaker. That's a Bobby Eaton move. He did not invent it.
Was that 3? Where? Can you count?
Where? Dusty, where would there be a 3 count? In the crowd.
Could be a little bit farther over the back, small the back, extend them arms, yank it up more. The Armstrong's got it blocked by his knee up there.
Armstrong, I love that. Oh, hey. That's probably who it was, Sean Drox. That's because the post dates on the Observer were a few days after they were written, so it sounds like it's Conan. Yeah, that sounds right, Sean Drox. Thank you for looking that up. Who is not Canyon? I'm not Canyon. But Canyon's partner is Mark Starr.
There he goes.
Yeah, the referee's going to be out of position as Nick Patrick's looking at the 5th row. What's going on over there? 9 rope touches. 10. There's a 10 during the hot tag.
A second one, and Brad Armstrong, oh so fast, oh so powerful, and right now, oh so
I think we're at 11. If we count this one consistent one where he's just kind of sliding his hand along both sides. Connor roll. That was, oh my god, that was so smooth. Man, Brad Armstrong was the best. That could have looked real sloppy jalopy. That was smooth. That transition from the Uranagi to the Russian leg sweep. It's a shame that everybody was standing in front of the camera, so we couldn't really see it. That was good shit. I like that match. Nick Patrick once missed a hot tag because he was napping against the turnbuckles. Yeah, they're comfy. Yeah, there's some of those Nick Patrick rope touches where it's like he's just kind of like he was touching one rope and then he's kind of slid his hand behind his back to touch the other one. Or it's like, is it another one or is it just a really long rope touch? Booty Men. So this is from Saturday Night last week. We're just going to air the main event from Saturday Night on Pro. Why not? Booty Men against Ric Flair. Nick Patrick needs to be on heroin. And give him something to do.
if Arn Anderson and Taskmaster.
Like, his name is the Booty Man, but I'm still a bit scandalized that the butt cheeks are cut out of his pants. They're playing tag, and the ropes are it. Nick Patrick can't lose. Yeah, those pants, I don't like them. I don't like them. Because, yeah, his ass cheeks are cut out. Like, how did that... Like, I get that they're... You know, they're colorized. Is that even the right term? So it's like you're not really seeing a whole lot. I'm surprised Turner let them have a man with butt cheeks cut out of his tights. Ed Leslie, not a real stripper, but he sure did portray one a lot. If you watch that vignette he did when he debuted in the WWF in '85, you can tell he's not a stripper. That guy looked uncomfortable. Could you imagine a Billy Gunn, Ed Leslie tag team? The butt spots would be one thing. God, they would be so tired. All the way across, baby. The Booty Eater Man. I don't think Ed Leslie eats ass. Controversial opinion, he does not seem like an ass eater. I think Ric Flair would be open to eating ass, but he's not familiar on the subject. He's got the energy, but he's just a bit old school. Ric Flair was 47, Ed Leslie was 39, high knee. Ed Leslie here only 2 years older than I am now. Yes, Cecil, he's a coward. He's a coward for not eating ass. Now, Kevin Sullivan, I think he ate ass, but I think he didn't go through the butthole. I think he ate the cheeks. And it was bloody and it hurt. Random ass stuff pile driver that I'm sure he did not sell the next day. I'm sorry, I think Ed Leslie would think it was gay to eat ass. He seems like one of those types, you know? Okay. I think if Ed Leslie and Hulk Hogan ever fucked, there would not be butt eating. I think it'd be straightforward mouth and dick, and then you put the dick in your butt. Jimmy Hart probably ate some butt. I could see that for sure. Ed's from Florida, but he's like conservative Florida. He's not the fun part of Florida. Yeah, Signal, no, I've just taken this thing off to a whole other place. Flexi Lexi. This is Vern Henderson, not that other guy. Vern Henderson fucking rules. Because he's like 60 years old, but he's in amazing shape.
I didn't say Florence. You
said Florence Henderson.
Something about this guy. He is in great shape, and he is ready for the task.
Like, Vern Henderson is the type of guy that goes to his grandkids' baseball games wearing a tank top. And everyone's like, holy shit, look at Grandpa over there. And then they find out, oh, fuck, he wrestles.
World television champion, right? Now want to be world heavyweight champion.
I don't know how you say that. Here's Lex Luger has 2 world belts. If it wasn't
yeah, that's why I think Jimmy Hart's an ass eater, Brian. Because he came up in the 60s rock scene.
Men to the heavyweight championships of the world. As far as I'm concerned, a master of human chess.
Who is that?
Jimmy Hart.
Oh, stop it.
The extraordinary
Randy Eller refereeing again with his little boy haircut.
And 269 pounds, Lex Luger, and has been in that condition for more.
Yeah, Vern Henderson. I love Vern Henderson. He's great.
Yeah, Vern snuck one in on him, but Luger took off and nailed him. Right into the big chest there of Vern Henderson.
The big chest of Vern Henderson.
The reversal, and Henderson, nice drop toe hold. Look at that.
Yeah, nice move to float over right there. That's what we talked about, Vern Henderson being a fine athlete. What?
He's got the arm bar on wrong. He's lucky he wound up with that hammer lock. Again, it's the science could even take down a man like Luger, no problem, but Luger, the genetic one.
I don't think Vern Henderson ate butt. Definitely don't. No buddy for Vern Henderson. There's that arm drag.
Oh, he got him over.
That arm drag's great.
Luger up fast as well. Luger and Sting scheduled to face the Giant and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Big mistake. Did you pick it out? Vern got confused. He tried to muscle Luger into the corner. Can't do it.
Keith Bagwell, I love it. Keith Bagwell.
Hey! And Jimmy Hart, who will be, or maybe won't be, accompanying Lex Luger when Luger and Sting face the Giant and Ric Flair this Monday night.
According to Cage Match, this is Vern Henderson's final match. That's a shame. PCO. Henderson looks like PCO's overly stern stepfather.
In the history of Saturday Night coming up, when you talk about Fat Loser, lost Steven Regal, we talked about Medusa, return match.
I think Vern Henderson's bust Bagwell. He's pretty chesty.
And then 8 men, Road Warriors and Public Enemy against the Steiners and the Nasty Boys. Brother, the Giant and Flair, American Males, Chris Benoit back, me and Tony Saturday night. Wow. Hey, when the Colonel's done with Medusa, she'll be bringing him mint juleps on a silver platter, asking him if he wishes to have his slippers.
Now the whip on Vern Henderson. Oh!
Oh,
Comes up with a boot of his own on Luger. Luger moves in, but a little bit too slowly, and Vern Henderson looks like he's catching a
Vern is estimated to be 48. If he's 48, I'm 12 right now. Vern Henderson wrestled for Adam and Eve. He was the first champion. Yeah, Lex, this is the period where Lex is being real sweetheart to the underneath guys. Because he's still trying to earn back that big contract because Bischoff didn't want him. Hey, Luis, hello. Just watching our big grandpa, Vern Henderson. This is that time in his career. Vern Henderson's a beneficiary of it.
Vern kind of wound up in the same position Braveheart did. What was that? It's a stupid movie to watch for 2.5 hours just to watch the hero get beheaded.
They said Vern wrestled the Giant, but that was fake Manny Fernandez. They put the wrong guy in the Chiron.
The world television champion, also one
Powerhouse Hobbs was doing the rack for a little bit. I don't know why he stopped doing it. Like, it's not like he's not strong enough to pick up most of that roster.
Has no problem bending him in half the way the human anatomy, Chris, is not made to go. He's gonna have a spine like yours when Luger's done with him.
Poor guy.
Whatever.
When we come
Whatever.
Our main event here on WCW Pro. Stand by because the United States Heavyweight Champion is here to defend his title. That's right, Conan against the Barbarian in a moment on TBS.
So that's the main event of this show, is Conan and the Barbarian. Let's just give Conan like the worst possible opponents to mesh with his style. Let's just fuck with Conan. Why not? Why did Larry's thing was this. Why did he do the blunt thing?
Well, we're going to find out what kind of player of human chess Conan is right here. Study your opponents always. Look at the heritage of the Barbarian. 1 generation away from cannibalistic ancestors. This guy
Oh, I get it. Conan the Barbarian. Oh my god, that's why they booked this match. That's totally why they fucking booked this match. Terry Taylor was sitting back there with a notebook. You would be funny, Conan the Barbarian. I have no doubt in my mind Larry Zbyszko fucking loves Kill Tony. But he only watches it in short form. Like, he only watches it in Facebook Reels. But he thinks it's funny when Tony's mean to girls in wheelchairs.
Signal, gentlemen, the end of the U.S. heavyweight title reign of Conan, the only man to have simultaneously held both the U.S.
Oh yeah, Larry Zbyszko's that kid in 8th grade that read a chapter of a philosophy book and started wearing all black. Like telling people about how deep Johnny Cash was. Yeah, Conan's a shitty grifter. He's in with all the YouTube Eric Bischoff grifter types here in America. Yes, Louise. I feel bad saying that because apparently Conan said some nice things about me on his show. But I mean, you gotta call spade a spade.
I'm not, listen, Johnny Crash is great. I'm just saying, we all went to school with that one kid who, you know, read part of the Communist Manifesto and decided he was the smartest person in the school. You know, grew a ponytail, had a little wispy mustache.
The U.S. heavyweight champ against Barbarian. Don't go away. We're back on TBS after this.
Or the Anarchist's Cookbook. I think that's what I was thinking, not the Communist Manifesto. I think I was thinking the Anarchist's Cookbook. I think those are two very different things. Yes, the Jim Morrison is a poet guy. Yes, you know what I'm talking about, Brian. Kinda the D&D kid from Freaks and Geeks, kinda. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. If you didn't know that kid, you might have been there. I think Barbarian and Randy Eller got their hair cut by the same mom. Look how generous Barbarian was being, bumping for that little dinky kid. Yeah, the first 6th grader to get really into Led Zeppelin was that kid. Absolutely.
Gonna have to be a lot smarter than that. You do not want to approach this guy on your feet, standing straight up. Speaking of people that love,
booking in AAA off, from what I've seen over the years, Louise. Yeah, it's just Conan wanting to redo the NWO with whatever Americans just got fired from WWE. There's a reason why dudes like Commander had to leave. To like get momentum anywhere.
I think one of the most interesting matches for this Monday night.
Again, I need to watch 90 Day Fiancé. I stopped watching it after we were allowed out of our houses.
Every Monday night, the most popular wrestling program on television. It's WCW Monday Nitro.
Oh, I love how Barbarian is like, listen, we're gonna wrestle for all these tourists, but you are going to take a suplex on the floor. Yeah, Vikingo. That shit's fascinating. That dude had so much momentum before he got hurt. And he's just got dick all now. And a lot of it is because of AAA. I agree.
Wow. And Barbarian, as we said,
part of it's also because he's been faking injuries at indie shows to get out of doing jobs.
Well, let's see if he can put Conan away. I guarantee what a great athlete Conan is, and trying to get him over right here. Look at the power. Look at the power. Got him.
Yeah.
He can't hold him down like that. He's too far away from the shoulders. Barbarian.
Here's Larry to describe in detail why Conan's wrestling technique sucks.
He's not moving. He's in trouble. The broad back there of Conan, the great muscularity, and you can tell he can take a lot of
Larry so wanted to chime in. Speaking of broads, let me tell you about my ex-wife.
And Barbarian moves in. Wow, with his whole body. That wasn't just a clothesline with the arm. Yeah, he trapped Conan's body in the corner. Here we go. 1, 2, and... Whoa.
No problem, Jonathan.
Well, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Barbarian is coming close. And bottom line is dominating this situation.
If you want to know what he's talking about, if you watch Love on the Spectrum,
one might argue that was a
Connor.
Slow count there by the referee.
If you close your eyes and listen to Connor talk, it's Will Ospreay's voice.
And the Barbarian has consistently
You're welcome.
got 1, 2, and again. Oh, come on, ref. No, that was a slow.
Speaking of my ex-wife, I retired Bruno Sammartino. She took half my pay.
As long as you get the same strike zone and consistent.
But I am happy. Connor found happiness this season, and I'm happy for him.
Well, Barbarian, it looks
and I feel like I'm allowed to spoil it because, like, oh! Hey, what do you want to do for a finish? How about you break my neck, and then I pin you? Okay. Oh my gosh. I was talking about how sweet it was that Connor finally got his first kiss, and we almost saw Conan die. Yeah, at least he kept it 100. Oh please, let's take a look.
He went for a power bomb, but it didn't work. Proves my point. Right here, Conan had good movement. Actually,
We're gonna get to see his C1 and C2 explode. Oh God! Oh God!
Did have great ability
Oh no!
The leg up over the shoulders, and a confused Barbarian went down in 3 heartbeats.
8-man tag team match tonight on WCW Saturday night. We'll see you
Yeah, that was nasty. All right, so before we go to Saturday night, second half of the show, so no off the grid this week. I'm off. I'm taking the Sunday off, taking the weekend off. But due to WrestleMania, that motherfucker Paul Levesque booking WrestleMania in my spot, I'm gonna be doing another Friday off the grid. So that'll be next week. We'll talk about that more. And spoiler alert for those of you who are not in the Discord or following my Instagram stories, Off the Grid will have a whole new facelift when you see it next, as my dog is going nuts. She saw the new graphics and stuff. She loves it. It's great. But here's what we'll be watching next Tuesday at 9 p.m. for WCW Deep Cuts Live.
How you doing? Oh, I'm just trying to keep my head below water.
All right, so that is next Tuesday. Once again, no off the grid this week. This is my off week. I'll be back next Friday for off the grid again, bumped for my Sunday. I don't know what the hell happened there. I do hope, yeah, I hope Jeff shows up. Jeff Gann, El Hijo del Gambler. I'm streaming every Tuesday. Every fucking Tuesday I'm here. Other than the one time I had to take a Tuesday off because of work. Tuesdays are unaffected. It's those damn Sundays. Oh yeah, hopefully you do get to stop by. We'll sing you happy birthday. If somebody linked the Discord in the chat. I see a couple folks trying to pull up the Discord. Dun 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 dun. Listen, I can't do cupcakes. I can't do cake over Twitch, but I can sing.
All this radiant beauty wrapped around my arm, not yours. Flair's laughing at me, thinks he's pushed me over the edge.
I love that Flair doesn't even get like a makeshift room, and Savage gets the coolest fucking set. And it's all the only difference is just a couple lights and a fence.
Riding Space Mountain is a big thing.
I think May will be good. Will be clear. Because off the grid, not off the grid, but Double or Nothing, I don't think will interfere with anything. I think we're gonna be good through the summer. So this is live. This is not live, but this is not a green screen. Hello, Don Carlos. Hello. Yeah, somebody could type in the Discord link into the chat for Ace of Trades. That would be much appreciated.
Concentrating on the nature boy Ric Flair. We're gonna be on fire tonight on Saturday night. Speaking on fire last week, you saw what
Thank you, Signal No. Appreciate it.
Saturday night, we do understand now. Hulk Hogan is without a partner. The Booty Man is out of commission. Will not be able.
The Booty Man is out of commission. He has torn his gluteus maximus.
Well, I tell you what. Hulkamania, as used to doing
Hulkamania.
Bring him on. Hulkamania is ready. We're ready.
Hulkamania.
Night, baby. As we go to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest.
Booty down.
Introducing first, Marcus Bagwell.
Here we go.
Riggs, the American Moose.
Thank you, Robot Overlord.
The former world
Hey, we're splicing in the music video. Hell yeah. They didn't always do this. Yeah, the American males were the main strippers in the tag division. Men at Work and State Patrol were the gimmick strippers. The Grinder Gang. Scotty Riggs, now of AEW. Marcus Bagwell, now of YouTube. He goes to conventions and does like 15-minute interviews with wrestlers he's never met before or watched. I did watch the one he did with Matt Riddle where he had no fucking idea who Matt Riddle was. It's comedy gold. The Anabolic Rockers. This is gonna be a little unfair. The American males against the two top guys in the company. What a fucking team.
And the biggest man in WCW, the Giant, right here. And you see them two lovely ladies. I know you're gawking at them.
He keeps doing that. Somebody clearly told Paul White to just do that. Like that episode of Full House where Uncle Jesse was supposed to go goth, like to get like an edge. Vulture. Maybe if the American males also had 3 managers, they'd have a chance. Luis says, if Amazon or Netflix makes a biopic about the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth, who would I cast? I don't think you can do it. I don't think there is an actor that can do Randy Savage. Why is there a Giant and Ric Flair team? I think they're teaming on Nitro on that Monday. So they're actually using Saturday night to build up the main event for Nitro.
Also, fans, as you know, Ric Flair and the Giant to go out to the World Tag Team Champs this Monday live on Nitro.
There we go.
And then, of course,
I just said it.
Lex Luger
and Sting against Ric Flair and the Giant on Monday, so we gotta show the tag challengers winning a match.
The Booty Man attacked just a week ago.
Asked and answered. Exactly, AC Trace. Saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. This is not Center Stage. They had just stopped doing tapings at Center Stage a couple months before this. I was like, I wanted to throw my punch.
The odds are really piled up against them because of the size of the Giant and the experience of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, so they got to stay in the game plan on Saturday night. Oh!
Who would have thought that Bagwell could have powered Flair into that corner with his bionic calf?
Known as the dirtiest player in the game, a man who certainly...
Oop! There it is. That was a big one. That was a big backdrop.
Hung him up. Go ahead and get rid of him, baby. There you go.
This. Bagwell's like, I love it when my titties bounce.
Pitching a fit. Would you call that pitching a fit? That's only Ric Flair can do. Yes, he can pitch a fit.
He could pitch a fit.
There you go. American males. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Slap and down goes Ric Flair.
I did see that tweet where Ric Flair said he's still under AEW contract, which I think is fascinating. I could very much see Ric Flair not knowing who he's under contract to. Because he's like, what, 80? And he's been drunk his entire life. So yeah, no way his brain works correctly.
Bigger than Dallas, if you will. And I'm talking about Dallas.
Could you imagine how fluidy Ric Flair's brain looks now? Gray and liquid. Like spoiled porridge.
Well, apparently Diamond Dallas is now out on the street.
Or 76. That was close. This is after Uncensored. This is a couple weeks after Uncensored. So they've already done the Doomsday Cage. Doomsday. Yeah, Scotty's is the Jannetty, which is a shame because I like Scotty. But hey, his after wrestling story is ending a lot happier than Marty's. Yeah, Ric Flair's probably under contract to every company. And they're all exclusives. I'm sure Ric Flair's under an exclusive contract to the Nature Boy Paul Lee, and he doesn't realize it. That's right. I was going to mention that in a minute. Yes, Stephen J. Neptune Man. So WCW started turning a profit here. A lot of folks attribute WCW's big upswing in '96 to the NWO. That was a hell of a clothesline. And the NWO really did help. But it was the Ric Flair Randy Savage storyline in their house show matches at this time did bonkers business. Like, people were really into that. But yeah, like the attendance upswing, both at house shows and Nitro, started at around this time for Flair and Savage. They are very much responsible for getting the ball rolling. And then the NWO just threw gasoline on that fire. Scotty Riggs. Oh no! In the corner. Yeah, Ric Flair's default blood alcohol level is just an improper fraction. That was a punch. I love you, Tony, but that was a punch, buddy. Wrong part of the arm. There we go. Scotty Riggs, a sweet Scotty Riggs drop kicks. Maybe the most underrated drop kick in wrestling. Scotty Riggs.
And that thing going in with Hogan and talking about WCW Monday Nitro Live coming up. I mean, I guarantee you, Hogan's game plan now got to change. Also, I want to let you know the Macho Man Randy Savage is in the arena. Yeah, we'll be hearing from him later.
That's fun. Randy Savage is here. That chokeslam had some stank on it. Normally, he put them down flat. I'm sure somebody involved, like, hey, we gotta go home, guys. We're going over time. And Giant just walks in the ring. Bam! Oh, that one was pretty. It was flat, but he bounced him. Kevin Knight has a great drop kick. I'm just saying, nobody ever talks about the Scotty Riggs drop kick. Oh! I don't think Bagwell knew that knee drop was coming.
Await their shot at the World Tag Team title. Live is coming Monday on WCW Monday Nitro. Against the champs, of course, Sting and the package Lex Luger, who don't get along either. No, I cannot wait for that. Right here, you're going to take another hardcore look at real.
We're going to take a hardcore look.
I mean, choke slam him right down in there, then kick off August Alexander Bagwell, lay him to waste too. You see the Nature Boy Ric Flair and the Giant getting ready for the trip to Nitro.
Let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund. All right, I thank you very much, Tony Schiavone, and the Dream, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, joining me at this time.
Oh, how it's hard to be humble. Woo! So humble in so many ways.
Ric Flair.
Mean Gene. It's all for the love of a woman.
Could you imagine having to frame this shot?
Caress of lovely Elizabeth. And in reality, it's by the grace of the good Lord himself that we stand next to the one and only fire-breathing, walking-talking.
Yeah, Liz and Randy were totally cool. Like, they got along great.
And Monday night, yes, we're back.
I think it was Randy's idea to bring her in.
And Luger and Sting, to coin the American phrase, we're gonna kick some ass, boys.
Hey, you're not allowed to say that word.
A shot at the tag team titles, Giant.
The only thing that I can say is
Giant's normal speaking voice sounds like Flair at about 2 a.m. at a Hooters.
You can fantasize or you can giant size.
Giant size?
All right, Jimmy Hart.
Could you imagine a Paul White workout tape? Come on, guys, let's giant size.
Real short, real sweet. A big surprise at Monday
Macho Man would be a Nitro Macho.
Yeah, that I think I've heard Bischoff say that. Like Randy, I think she was working at like a sunglasses hut or something like that at a mall. And Randy's like, let's get her one of those 6-figure deals.
Elizabeth collectively are the best thing going today. Oh Lord.
And apparently he knows that ladies don't run away. Let's chat a little bit.
Shane's like, women, come here.
The Nature Boy is going to come out this coming Monday night on Nitro.
The champ will come out on top.
Please, Elizabeth, very quickly, your thoughts.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I think Liz briefly tried broadcasting, but it wasn't anything major. Oh, I love these videos. Who's Hogan beating up? Yo, it's Vader, because Vader just jumped. So for those of you that don't know, WCW used to air these Where the Big Boys Play videos, which essentially were just excuses to show highlights of their top stars beating guys that just left for the WWF. It's just petty, and I love it.
Let's take a special look at the ongoing tournament right now.
Oh, the Cruiserweight title tournament.
WCW Saturday night hosts another round of this double elimination tournament.
Yeah, quote, double elimination because nobody's fucking tracking it.
He'll continue his quest to win his first title belt here in WCW.
Hadn't the finals already happened at this point in Japan? Eddie and the Cruiserweights. Hey, that's my favorite doo-wop band. Yeah, Malenko lost both matches he had tournaments, quote unquote.
In this double elimination tournament, hoping to use a few of his 1,000 holds on Brad Armstrong, a man who has used his Russian leg sweep and his ability to pick out his opponent's weaknesses and capitalize on them. Eddie Guerrero versus JL and Dean Malenko versus Brad Armstrong in the Cruiserweight title tournament on WCW Saturday night.
They use that song for so many video packages.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a WCW.
Oh yeah, JL. I have a problem when I can recognize JL's music.
JL, who had a big, what you might call, and I guess many people would say an upset win over Dean Malenko. Not too long ago, we were two.
Oh, and Nick Patrick's refereeing. He's already grabbing the ropes. He could not wait for the first wrestler to hit the ring.
Nature Boy Ric Flair is lucky that the Macho Man is restrained.
We got one. This should be a fun match. Dave Pinman.
And it could break loose. And now then, going back to what you said, Eddie Guerrero, JL going to match up here. Cruiserweight going on. I guarantee you, Eddie Guerrero's ready for this. And so is JL after an upset, as you said.
Oh, hey, Nick Patrick's standing in the center of the ring. You think that was like foreign ground? Ding ding, and he's touched again too. Physical touch is Nick Patrick's love language. Specifically, if you were elevator cable wrapped in plastic. Breathe. Oh, this is so distracting now. I think we might be up to 4.
Right here on Saturday night. This is a real good matchup right here. Two guys evenly matched, if you will. Flyers, if you will, but can get out on the mat and hang out with the best of them.
I think Eddie's personality kind of bailed because he was trying to be what he thought an American babyface should be. Like, that's what he was trained for. The American babyfaces were goody two-shoes. Goody two-shoes. Whatever the plural of that is. You're going to get along just great here, Jose 40. I agree with you greatly.
Which would be unprecedented.
I could. That might be something I do.
No, and I'm having a hard time losing weight getting down to that title deal. I had told them I would enter that thing if I lost enough weight, but it's been
no
rough
respect,
and
chicken
travel.
tacos.
You know what I'm talking about.
Back to school with Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
I've already missed a couple of rook
You have
grabs.
already, as a matter of fact.
into an armbar.
Yeah, I think like they would occasionally kind of tie stuff into Saturday night, but the heavy tie. Oh shit. Okay, good. They saved it. The heavy tying in like this, I think, stopped a little bit after this run, because they started taping multiple episodes at the same night to save money.
No, he's underneath the rope.
Do we need to get an ambulance over to your place, Robert Overlord? You're drinking a little much. If you're taking shots that often.
Now he's going up to the top. Can't make no mistakes here, JL. Nice shot right there. Line headbutt, kind of like the Barbarians move. 1, 2, and then he kicked out. Eddie trying to regain his composure here, as JL has the opening moments well in hand. Yeah, but Barbarian is like a guided missile coming off the top. Yes, he is. I mean, you know, and he is looking for the Macho Man Randy Savage. Kind of for high, if you will. For high. To beat up on him right there. Eddie Guerrero.
I have no idea. If you try archive.org, there's a lot of random stuff on there that's not on YouTube.
Nick Patrick down to make a 2 count that time. And Eddie versus now.
Yeah, if you're looking for the dinner and the movie archives, maybe archive.org.
And for you fans,
it's a pretty lawless land.
A real clubbing going on. 8-man tag team match. We got it for you on Saturday night. And you take a look at the Road Warriors and Public Enemy and the Steiners and the Nasty Boys. Are they going to light this building up?
The cookbooks are on.
Safe.
Oh!
Great maneuver once again by JL. He is so quick.
Nick Patrick's like, "You okay? I'll be over here with my rope."
To be able to continue in this tournament, to stay on top, he must go through Eddie Guerrero. Obviously one of the hottest over the past year in World Championship Wrestling. Side salto drop that time. Here he
Side
goes.
salto drop. I love you, Tony. Make up shit sometimes.
But JL is up top. Eddie's up to meet him. He caught him.
Oh, that was sweet.
And a great move by JL.
Yeah, that angle was funny. When they're like, "Yeah, let's have the dinner and a movie guys join the NWO." Why not?
You know, I thought the situation with Dean Malenko. Whoa, Mike got him here.
Whoa, that shoulder was way up.
I guarantee I call it an upset, but JL is really putting forth a great effort. Know the importance of this cruiserweight title deal in the bottom line.
Cruiserweight title deal.
People can make one mistake and get beat. They know when to put you away when mistakes are made. And he's trying to put Eddie Guerrero away right now. My homie.
Oh, that was a sick power bomb.
1, 2 count.
Did you see Nick Patrick? Ow, my fucking hand. He hurt himself. Hey, doctor. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you bringing the flat soda and the crackers. Party time.
A rabbit's foot. A rabbit punch.
A rabbit's foot.
That was a rabbit's foot.
Get him with the rabbit's foot.
Got him again. Yes, sir. Tell you what.
You think Nick Patrick broke a nail? Like, shit, I gotta grab my rope. My emotional support rope.
Yeah, we've seen Eddie in a situation like this with bigger guys, and I guarantee he always has the resiliency to come back some way, somehow.
Oh, hey.
1, 2, got him hooking 3.
There we go.
Yes. Good win, good match.
Good one, good match. A rabbit named Foot.
Darn good maneuvering that time by.
Do you think Nick Patrick ever applied for workman's comp? He seems like the type.
Yeah, right there. Nice display of sportsmanship.
He would totally bullshit about a workman's comp claim.
Is that right? Put him down and put Eddie Guerrero right in there. Now you see right here, he hooked him up.
I think Nick Patrick was just liked by the boys. He's fun to get drunk with. That's why he kept his job for so long.
No losses for him. Eddie is your winner and still to
come.
After a tour of Japan and much more, plus one-on-one with the Macho Man next.
Uh-oh. They closed the doors on us.
Back fans on WCW.
And yeah, his daddy was office. Yeah, Jody Hamilton.
We've had some special one-on-one up-close interviews with Ric Flair and his ladies, and now
that child is demented.
Here's the Macho Man Randy Savage.
There's definitely thinks he's pushed me over the edge. Well, let me just tell you straight up. He's completely 1,000,000% right. Yes, he is.
Rick, be afraid. Be afraid of this man.
Congratulations, Nature Boy. You've succeeded in driving me completely.
Wonder where they got that fence
you
from.
win, but lose.
Something bad's gonna happen here.
Nature Boy Ric Flair, lose, yeah. Just reflecting for
Like, knowing WCW, they just took it out of the ground somewhere.
my dad, not once, but twice. That enough. It's hard to see.
Sorry. Ric Flair punching Angela Poffo in slow motion, and Angela. That was great.
Look what I've got. You are wanting her in front of me.
Wanting her in front of me.
With the money.
She's rich because of what she took. She earned it. Look at her. She's throwing it away.
With the credit card.
Honestly, why were they heels? She was entitled to that money, and she was giving it away to fans.
Life's about choices. Life's about decisions. And your choice and your decision to go with the Nature Boy is a wrong one. Yeah.
It's about decisions.
Regret that, yeah.
America's about freedom. Your freedom is to choose the American Wrestling Federation.
You think that riding Space Mountain is a big thing? No, it's not all it's cracked up to be, is it? But you made your choice. Now,
Randy pretty much saying there, hey, listen, I know big wieners look cool, but Liz, you're not built for them. That will hurt you. And Rick doesn't seem like the type that would take it slow.
Reality. And you can pat yourself in the back, and you and Elizabeth, the Nature Boy, can wine and dine with my money. Yeah, and that WCW World Heavyweight Championship belt, woman, that you help take away from the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, the idea was that she just sat on the alimony money.
Now, you're gonna lose it real soon.
And Flair called her up in '96. Hey, let's make Randy really mad.
Yeah, I do. I guarantee that you're.
Yeah, this was. This is a Kevin Sullivan segment, if I had to guess.
Yeah, all of
it's very. It gives off the vibes of like, what if ECW had a real professional production, you know, with like the quick cut clips and the guy in the studio, you know.
Bottom line, I'm after you, and I'm gonna get you. Yeah.
There we go. Speaking of Dave Sullivan, we saw him during the teaser earlier.
Accompanied to the ring by Ralph the Rabbit, Dave Sullivan. All right, Dave
Still
Sullivan
has Ralph the Rabbit.
Before we talk about the Macho Man Randy Savage, before we get into this match, Dave and Ralph make their way
That poor
up.
rabbit.
Here's a very special reminder.
I have no doubt in my mind that rabbit went through some shit. Being on the road with WCW for 6 months.
It is Slamboree featuring Battle Ball, the Lethal Lottery. We'll announce another pairing later on, but tickets will go on sale, Dream, this Monday.
I'm sorry, giant grown man going to little kids going, hey, you want to touch my rabbit? That's a heel. Somebody smacked the camera.
Slamboree live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So much power in this guy. I mean, if he could just get his focus.
Grandpa's Thumb, thank you for the follow.
What a matchup he's got.
Yeah, I'm happy we've kind of gone away from animals and wrestling. We figured out that, hey, we don't have the means to keep an animal alive. Oh God, I don't like this. Of course, even without all the discourse and the weirdness about Chris Benoit, why the fuck would you book a Chris Benoit versus David Sullivan match?
Almost a year ago, when the Nature Boy Ric Flair, in one of the lowest moves.
That's kind of what they were going for, Grandpa's Thumb. Flair and Savage was like daytime talk show.
The Macho Man's money. I tell you, the Macho Man is a perfect case. Like we said, just waiting to explode. Yeah, anytime that you take somebody in public and you drag their laundry out.
Yeah, do you think any of the wrestling schools that got WCW rings, like when the truck showed up, Nick Patrick was just there?
to the nature
Holding
boy
the
Ric Flair.
ropes.
And I guarantee you, it's a good thing they got him straightened.
Yeah, we gotta
out.
get this rabbit the
Tonight
fuck
when
out of
Nature
the
Boy was out here,
ring.
Chris Benoit already started this thing off like gangbusters.
Bad
He knows the
vibes.
guy is bigger. He knows the guy is stronger, and he's got to get him down in his game plan. And right there, I drop kicked him while
Yeah,
he
I
was
don't, I
sitting
don't,
down.
I don't like the idea of
He
Chris
was sitting
Benoit
on
being
the
around
mat
that
and
bunny
drop kicked him in the
rabbit.
back of the head.
Gives me the
I've never seen that
heebie-jeebies.
either. I mean, well, when I drop kick, that's usually about as high as I could get. And head first.
I love that Chris Benoit is wrestling Dave Sullivan. Only in WCW.
Good maneuver by the big guy.
But they think, hey, this is a good idea for a match.
Oh, yeah. Well, there we go, Dave. So sooner or later, you get tired of being beat on. Yes, you do. Into the corner, Dave. Runs right into the double foot from Benoit.
I think Benoit's already going for the finish. He's like, fuck it. I can't do an actual match with this guy. Oh! Doing that every night for 20 years. Gee, I wonder what happened to his brain. Oh. Bow, bow, bow. Hey, Bowser Extension. I'm sorry. But hey, Chris Benoit's match is already over. That woman knows what else. Get rid of him. Police. Get that man. State Patrol. Buddy Lee Parker. Oh god, he looked right at that woman. That's horrible.
Show of course here by the Horseman possibly. Benoit is your winner as it continues to heat up here in World Championship Wrestling in the ring. This is where
this song was way too groovy for Chris Benoit.
Here it is. Yeah, right up top, man. Like you said, a swan dive, but he already got him out when he kicked him right in the face with both them feet.
Like if a dude came along now with this song,
Chris Benoit, your winner. He is back in action.
I guarantee in like 6 weeks it would be a TikTok dance.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Could you imagine Chris Benoit doing the TikTok dances? Hey, it's Lee Marshall.
Exemplary of that, Mr. Chris Benoit, who just returned from Japan with one of the greatest tours an American or North American wrestler ever.
Yeah, he's not fucking American.
Commentators are still writing and talking about what this man did in Japan.
Listen, let me welcome him home.
Ern's like, listen, he's my partner,
We're glad to have you back.
but you're going over the
I know
top.
you went over and represented the Horsemen well, but the good news is you're back home. All our problems are behind us. We're back intact. You're a Horseman in good standing, and let me tell you what happens Monday night. We finally got Hulk Hogan, the Taskmaster, and myself.
Yeah, they didn't get
right
New Japan
where
footage
we
when
wanted
guys would do tours
Monday
over
night.
there.
What are you talking about?
You just kind of had to, trust
We have an
them.
unresolved issue here. Are you a Horseman or are you Dungeon of Doom?
Are you a bunny rabbit? Hello, 05 Kim 23. Thank you for the follow.
With the Dungeon of Doom and Kevin Sullivan, that good for problem. Let me tell
Oh god, this is the part I guarantee you. When I post this on YouTube, someone's gonna immediately. It's like magnetism. If I post a video and one of these two is in it, at some point, someone's gonna comment, Kevin Sullivan did it. Ugh. Hello, 05 Kim. Thank you for popping in the chat as well. Glad to have you.
Wait a minute, listen, I'm going to put a kibosh on this head. That's enough. Hey!
The enforcer obviously tried to act as a peacemaker.
Guys, walk away from each other. We'll solve so many problems. Why do people think he did it? Because they're fucking stupid. They're stupid people.
Let me tell you, you touch this Horseman, and it'll be
Bill
the
Apter
last
said he did?
Horseman
Fuck.
you ever lay your hands on.
Obviously, issues still between
I love Bill Apter, but he's a bit out there.
Jimmy Hart screaming not to trust anybody. But one thing for sure, things still very much in the air.
Jimmy Hart is grabbing all over Kevin Sullivan there.
It's Monday Nitro, and it's time for public.
I love this. They just set up a lamp over by the Saturday night entrance set. They're like, hey, this seems cool. Let's cut promos.
W Saturday night here on TBS. You know, back here in the locker room is where I get a lot of my beg your pardon, a lot of my information. And you're
Back
not
here
gonna
in this
believe
locker
this.
room,
A major WCW
nobody gets
champion
dressed in.
has been suspended under
All right, I
highly
think we figured it
questionable
out before that
circumstances.
it's
I talked about it all
Conan
day
that he's
long.
talking about.
This decision apparently not only involving organizational
suspended in
officials,
Mexico.
but also politicians outside the USA. It's a tremendously complicated story. One you won't read in the dirt.
I don't give a shit. The ass eaters of the world are cool. It's the conspiracy weirdos I don't want hanging around.
That's 1-900.
Jock sniffing Gene.
9900. Call right now.
I think Gene ate ass, but I also think Gene's like arrogant about it. You know, like some people are like, you'll eat ass, and if you don't, fuck you. I'm cool. I'm hip. I eat ass. I think he's one of those types.
2 weeks ago, right here on WCW Saturday night, Regal backing out, attack.
Ooh, I think we're getting a Regal Finley match. Oh yeah. I think Gene had some group sex and some boys might have fallen in every now and again, and you know, he was cool with it.
Yeah, he's wearing a new nose. He got Chaz out there.
Gene will eat your ass, but he'll make you feel real guilty. You owe me. Oh, Jeeves ate ass. Yeah. Jeeves is the Wildcat Willie, the mascot. There we go, Dave Finlay. Yeah, we're getting Regal versus Finlay. Deep Cuts live with his sweet-ass jacket.
Well, I tell you what, this is worth the price of admission right here. WCW, where the big boys play. This ain't gonna be pretty.
Oh shit! Just kick him right in the face for the first spot. Why not? Lanny was not Wildcat. Nope. That is not true.
Lay back with this guy right here. If you're gonna take him, you got to go to him, just like you're doing right now.
Gene said that the international politicians got involved with the suspension of the WCW wrestler internationally. I believe he's referring to how in Mexico there's like a legit commission. Like you actually have to like run for office to get a spot on it.
Hey, moves him back down.
How about that? Regal, and give him a lot of credit. He has come to fight this week.
Well, he knew it, brother. When you
Frank
get a whole
Stallone
left on you, you better come
running the Mexican Athletic Commission.
Got him in a nervy hole right there, but now
A nervy hole.
This is ripping at his new nose.
And his new nose. We're accusing him of getting a nose job. Nick Patrick. These guys are working so fucking hard, and Nick Patrick's just standing off to the side. I love Norm.
You know, usually I got a lot of time with the Macho Man. Me and him talk about things sometime, but boy, I'm unable to even get close to him tonight. They got
Thank
him
you,
locked up
Bowser.
right now,
Yeah,
and I
that's
guarantee you
would have been very interesting if the Rogue Horseman would have happened. I think we got a good possibility someone puts Hardway. Look at that.
Because he started out there. You see them pop the hand.
And they cut to the crane cam preemptively. Nobody's bleeding yet, but they might soon.
Stop this onslaught that came from Lord Steven Regal that surprised us all.
Turning and twisting on the leg on Regal, and Regal trying to get. Oh, look at this.
No, Gene would like do like a 10-minute build-up to that information.
And you see that forearm just.
He's got to keep you on the line. It's not just you call and he says the name and you hang up. No, there's like a whole 10-minute build-up to it. Imagine Nick Patrick refereeing Bloodsport. He'd just fall out of the ring.
Clothesliner Lariat, if you will, with authority. Regal moves out of the way. Look at this.
Wow. How about it, Bruiser? Get down there. Lazy ass.
This is why the big boys play. When you got feuds, and you got battles, and you got any stamina, and you're a stand-up guy, you bring it to WCW.
That could have been a pin at any second. This motherfucker's up on his feet. Maybe you know it's fake. Yeah, whoever said that Nick Patrick's one of the top refs of all time is a dummy. 1-900 numbers mostly are not a thing. Just because it's hard to charge them with cell phones. Cell phone plans, you know, it's very hard to make your money. Plus the internet exists.
Well, I tell you what, they are grabbing hair, stomping hands. I mean, wow. I mean, this will break your arm too right here.
Randy Anderson's fine. I'm fine with people liking Randy Anderson. This is fucking Nick Patrick.
Still to come in this telecast, Hulk Hogan. We'll talk about the tour ahead. 1 man against 2 live on WCW Monday Nitro from Charleston, West Virginia, the state capital of a mountain state.
And the manager of that state
Yes, I mean, what a situation we got on WCW TNT Monday Nitro Live this Monday, the hottest program on Monday.
Nick Patrick wrapped my birthday party, he'd probably fall down on the cake. All right, Stephen J. Neptune, man, this week in history, the Heat defeated the Knicks 103-95 in the NBA. The Texas Rangers defeated the Yankees 10-6 in Major League Baseball. Number one song in America, Because You Love Me by Celine Dion. And the number one movie in America was Primal Fear. Thank you as always, Stephen J. Neptune, man, our factoid master, for this week in history.
Forearm shot. Uppercut.
Yeah, once someone points it out to you that Nick Patrick will not let go of the top rope, it will bug the shit out of you forever.
The referee checking. Nick Patrick said he's okay to continue here. A pickup, a sweeping street slam.
Love that. He could have walked around him, but he's like, fuck it.
Oh, he caught him on that right leg right there, the one closest to your TV screen. I don't know what kind of damage it did, but the damage already been done. These two guys have battled.
I love that Finley looks older here than he does in 2025. Like that mustache just ages him so much.
Check to see if his teeth are still in place. Man, I'll tell you what, shattering move. They will roll him in and beat him.
No problem. I love ruining wrestling for people. Hey, it's Dave Taylor. Oh, it's like a shoe takedown. Not a fan of the finish, but you know what? You got to keep the feud going somehow. And you got to keep this Bobby Eaton babyface turn going.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, as a result of a disqualification, the bell
laid him out.
Finley is he's an agent, and I think he helps out training folks at the Performance Center.
The Bruiser is your winner by disqualification, but there's more fight left to come on Saturday night.
His son Brogan, who's on NXT now. Yeah, they literally just shot these like how I light my room for these streams. Just hold up a lamp.
And of course, the big part of Slamboree Battle Bowl, the Lethal Lottery. And now another random drawing picked earlier
Dusty
today.
reading
and
anyhow.
What a big announcement that Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit
Bad
will be at
vibes.
Slamboree against Public Enemy in the first round. The winners to go on to Battle Bowl.
Even
and
worse when you realize that
WCW
when Johnny
Monday
Grunge
Night
died, that was kind of the last straw for the Benoit family. Johnny Grunge was their neighbor. Chris would go over there and Johnny would make him laugh. He would like not want to hurt his family.
The following return match, man versus woman, is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Dirty Dick Slater.
All right.
Oxford, Mississippi.
Wait, no, it's the other way around. Colonel Parker's wrestling. Hell yeah.
Can you imagine the Taskmaster Chris Benoit?
I don't think I was at that show.
There will be more explosions at Slamboree. Get ready.
Yes, we're having an intergender match on Saturday night. Colonel Parker gonna wrestle in his suit.
And you talk about something really looking forward to. This one I've been waiting on right here.
They offered him trunks. He's like, I don't think I can wear those on TV. Very lewd.
Right here on Saturday night. Yet another return match from Uncensored. We saw earlier.
Dirty Dick and Big Dick. Hey, Medusa. Wearing her ring jacket that she probably got at a gas station, if I had to guess.
Yes, that's right.
Like when Nick Patrick would ref, did Nick Patrick ever ref a Robert Parker match? Because I have a feeling he'd get confused on what to grab. Depending on which way Robert Parker dressed, I imagine a leg lariat for him would be like Lex Luger's loaded forearm. Yeah, so he was a wrestler for years and years.
Put it in the dumpster and said, "I'm here
Big
now with
star.
big girls play." Yeah, and she has had her. Slater was pleading with him right there. Got his back.
But then they made him a manager in WCW.
On a pony back ride. Got him on a pony back
But we
ride.
weren't supposed to know that he was a wrestler.
She's not letting go. Snapmared her out from the back that time. He scrapped that elbow. He tried to throw an elbow down on her. She's too quick. She is quick.
Whole damn Fuller family was great. Very tall family as one. Johnny Grunge was Benoit's neighbor. And what would happen is when Benoit and Nancy would get mad at each other, Chris would get drunk and go over to Johnny Grunge's house, and Johnny Grunge would like throw up on himself, make Chris laugh, and it would diffuse things. And then Johnny Grunge died, and that ended. That went 30 seconds. These finishes suck. Cowards. Let's do all the pay-per-view matches from last month, but short and shitty. I would watch a Medusa Dick Slater match. I think it'd be great.
Now he understands this situation. Randy Anderson getting in between the two. Good move by the referee. Hulk Hogan will return on Saturday night.
Oh, who we're gonna bury here? Oh, Mick Foley. Hey guys, don't watch that WWF stuff. Mick Foley lost here in 1991. WWF sucks. It just makes Mick Foley look cool. Like, don't watch that show where this guy that's taking all these cool bumps is wrestling. Medusa's jacket was bought with Marlboro points. What's going on here? There we go.
Big matchup on Nitro.
This coming Monday night on TNT at 9 o'clock Eastern Time live. WCW Monday Nitro. Now all of a sudden, the table.
I don't think you can compare Foley and Sting. No, Foley had just started in the WWF as Mankind, like the week before this, I believe.
In a moment or two, but this does not look good.
Look at how shiny that man's arm
Well, you know
is.
something, brother? Hulk Hogan's eyes have been open, man. When I came to the WCW, I thought I could save the world.
When I came to the WCW,
be every man's friend, be in
they said,
everybody's
Hulk,
corner. But I found out
you can't wrestle with this plastic arm.
And the first thing I want to do before I jump.
But I showed them, look at how smooth it is.
In Arn Anderson and Kevin Sullivan's face.
My snakeskin arm.
Those men for making me a real.
Yeah, how is that shirt staying on him?
Real in the fact that you
How
gotta
about
believe in
oil on his
yourself.
body?
That Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania and the Hulkamaniacs, the training, the prayers, and the vitamins are the most important thing in my life. And when I say they made me a realist, I'm nothing but a human being, Mean Gene. And you point one man out that hasn't made a mistake, and I'll drop to my knees and worship him. But it's not that way. We're all human beings, and you got to learn from your mistakes. That's why when I get in
I would argue you
Nitro,
should
brother,
take this advice.
there will be no more tag team partners. Hulk Hogan is
Yeah, we're
on a
getting
mission
close to the end
to
of
regain
Hogan
what's
in the red
his,
and yellow.
the WCW heavyweight title, and it starts right here, brother.
You think Hulk Hogan's piss is
taking
the
on
same
two men
color
on
as his
Nitro.
skin?
Arn Anderson and the Taskmaster.
He doesn't
will
seem
be
like
the
a guy that would
first
hydrate.
to feel the wrath of Hulkamania, brother.
All right, the Booty Man taken out of the picture a week ago on this very
He
television
would just rub
program.
baby oil
Now
all over
setting the
himself
scene
and be
for
like,
this
that's my
Monday night
skincare
on
routine.
WCW Monday Nitro, yourself against Anderson, and of course his partner, the Taskmaster, Kevin Sullivan. But let's talk about the manager. On the other side, woman and Miss Elizabeth. However, on your side with these insurmountable odds, if you will, the lovely Kimberly and the Booty Babe, perhaps in jeopardy in this case.
Well, you know, brother, I realize
Strawberry
I'm walking the
baby
line on this one. I realize I'm in double jeopardy, man. But
I'm
when
glad
the Booty
Hulk
Man came
had
right here
got
a couple
into
weeks ago,
scented
and he
meat.
said, let's lead the lambs to slaughter. I thought it was a good idea at the time.
I thought it was a good idea. He's doing the shocker. Look at his hand. He's doing the. Why the fuck is he doing the shocker?
But the thing is right now,
Jimmy Hart
is there in
doing the
spirit.
pink one in the
She'll be there
stink.
physically because she's a woman made of backbone and heart with a Booty Man spirit instilled inside of her heart, brother. But don't
All
worry,
right, this match is
Kimberly
the
Booty
last
Babe,
Hogan TV match
as
before he
Hulk
turned.
Hogan rips, tears, and maims through the Taskmaster and one of the
I think
four
Hulk Hogan is
horsemen
made
Arn
of
Anderson.
Slim
They will
Jims.
drop to my feet. They will praise the power of Hulkamania. And as the Hulkamaniacs that are trained, said their prayers, eating their vitamins, and believing themselves in me all the way along.
Yeah, why is he
And
going
learn
so
by their
long?
mistakes. Stand by my side. I will
Could have
let
been
the
maybe a
maniacs
minute.
decide which
He's addressing
manager
every single
pays
heel in the
the
company
final rap,
individually.
pays the
And another
final
thing,
dues when
Earl
the
Robert
Hulk Hogan
Eaton.
strikes him down, brother.
You never accuse this man of not being a positive thinker. He goes
Bullshit.
into this Monday night in Nitro very positive indeed.
Don't bet against the Hulkster, brother. What I got coming at you this Monday night is going to set the record straight, brother. In poetic justice, be my guide. I will prove that Hulk Hogan
He's just saying words.
He
doesn't care what they mean.
What you going to do when I destroy both of you?
All right, I thank you, Hulk Hogan. Isn't it ironic that Sullivan and Anderson brought this fan to his senses? He goes it alone this Monday
Gene
night
loved
on
Hulk.
Nitro. Right now, let's
They were
get you
besties.
back
They would
to the
hang out
ring.
all the time. Why? I love in 2025 watching an episode of WCW TV. And we dissolve from a Hogan promo to a poster for the Great White Hive. Oh gosh.
Game plan, he'll get it together by this Monday night.
Love it.
On TNT and WCW.
This is some good shit.
Big matchup going right here. So much to talk about. Cruiserweight. I mean, you see some of the finest athletes in the world, the finest athletes in the world, right here with a
Dean Malenko in his sexy little vest.
one of them, Dean Malenko.
There we go, Brad Armstrong, double Armstrong.
The man of 1,000 holds, whatever you want to say, he is just that. And he is
Bam,
fighting
bam,
now for
bam,
survival
bam.
in this WCW
Bam,
Cruiserweight
bam,
matchup
bam.
against Brad Armstrong.
I disagree, BKO. I don't think Dean even had the best music in this match.
Otani over in Japan, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, JL, Malenko.
Come on.
Malenko, if there's a bad side, is the ice.
All right, we're just skipping ahead to the match. Whoever taped this was like, fuck.
I want to remind the fans we have
Let's
some
get
great
straight to the
coming your
wrestling.
way. On the 20th of April, Little Rock at Barton Coliseum, it's all coming your way. The Superstars of World Championship Wrestling will be in Jackson, Tennessee on April 21st with a big event there at the Oman Arena. And our fans down in Lakeland, Florida, as Brad Armstrong.
Hey, look, Nick Patrick actually went down for a pin.
By Dean Malenko to get out of that. World Championship Wrestling is coming to Lakeland, Florida on Sunday, April 28th, 7:30 to Lakeland Civic Center.
Dean Malenko did have a lot of trunks for a guy that wasn't very fancy.
The day before, though, Jacksonville.
He had icicles in
on
every
Saturday,
color.
April 27th. World Championship Wrestling returning to the Sunshine State. And, of course, returning to a city near you very soon. Right here, we've seen a little give and take right off the bat. Maybe a little filling out process on both guys.
Nick Patrick needing to hold the rope to count.
Guys, but that's the right thing to do. Whoa,
He didn't need to do all that, dude. That was sweet, though. That lucha arm drag from Brad Armstrong.
Taking a page where you go out, regroup, get yourself back together. There's no reason now for
I think Dean got as good of a run as you could give Dean. WCW.
Because he just threw him off just a little
Is it
bit.
going to be
Yes,
world
going into
champion?
Florida, Lakeland Civic Center, Jacksonville.
Yeah, he got a pretty damn good run,
The
though.
wrestling fans to be ready to see the big boys when they come to town because the big boys play at WCW. Now, WCW has been red hot, and that's because of the intensity of our athletes and of the matchups and the bitter rivalries we've had. I mean, if you take a look at what had to happen tonight, that security has had to really guard and keep restraining the Macho Man Randy Savage from coming out here once again as he had over the last couple of weeks attacking Ric Flair.
Nick,
That
get a little
situation
bit
there.
closer to
Hulk
them.
Hogan had to take on two
I'm not
men
saying you
this
have
coming
to
Monday at
be
Nitro.
all up in their
And
grill,
the
dude.
matches to come. The tournament
Like you're
going
having
on.
to
Return
shout
matches like the Belfast Bruiser, the woman
for these
against
guys to
man.
hear
I
you
mean,
give
it's all
commands.
here on Saturday night. Well, you take
Yeah,
a
maybe we
look
all
at
find
the
somebody
right
who
here, all
loves
the
us,
athletes we have
like
at
Ghost of
WCW.
Burperna
We go
said,
along
as
with
much
Japan, the great
as
athletes
Nick
around
Patrick
the
loves
world.
that
You talk
top
about
rope.
the Cowboys and the 49ers. You take a hard look at the great Yankee teams and the great Celtic teams. There is not anybody anywhere but WCW has the greatest athletes in the world.
Nick Patrick's pants were falling down.
Exchange right here, float over right back into
Let
the
go
arm
of the
right
rope
here.
for a second to
Nobody's
pull
been
up
able
his
to really
pants.
take up a hand in this cruiserweight.
No, he didn't have
tournament right here.
balance problems.
And Dean
That's
Malenko
the
knows if he
thing.
loses
Nick
this one,
Patrick
it's high oats,
could stand just
High
fine.
oats, high oats, I'm gone, I'm out
He's
of here.
just lazy.
Here's a whip to the left side. Malenko with a high knee and a good one.
I think you need to show your boyfriends Nick Patrick matches and be like, listen,
With authority that time. Did you say high knee or high knee?
that's what you need to do.
Hyphen knee with a K. High knee. Yes.
High knees.
We got to spell things for the Dream now.
It could have been either way. It was so close.
Yeah, I know. It was up around that area.
Brad, go.
Yeah, and
Brad, go.
Driving the knee down to the forehead. So many ways that Malenko can beat you, but I think Brad Armstrong is well prepared in this match. Both arms.
Yeah, I don't think it's a leg thing.
And look at Brad.
No, I think he's just. I think if it was a leg thing.
Malenko now just moves the body forward.
I would figure if it's a medical thing, it'd be more of a back thing.
You know, a lot of people at home too. They say, "Well, that guy with shoulders wasn't down." If you ever seen an amateur wrestling match,
if anybody else is having issues with the stream, let me know.
And you're going up here to where the big boys play, them shoulder blades is what are counted down.
That's right.
When them are down there, that arm might be sticking up. I know that's right because I'm analyzing it and I'm seeing it. That's why it's right. I'm doing some analyzation and you're gawking. The ring girl walked by and you're gawking.
Yeah, I got exhausted counting the rope grabs. It's very tiring.
A reach through and an abdominal stretch.
A little help here too, looks like. How about that?
All right, Francis, the stream is fine. Yeah, it might just be. You might just need to restart the app if you're having issues. I have the Twitch app pulled up on my phone. It's looking fine.
A little deep is hot, you know what I mean, inside of him.
I think so too, and I think also his back is up against the wall. He used every
I pulled up his pants twice.
Tried to hook him again, and he dumped him on the outside.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then Brad took a nasty spill that time.
Bob Armstrong seems like the type that would just love to tell stories, so it's awesome to confirm.
Nick Patrick's done a heck of a job in this match.
Thank you for sharing, Grandpa Stone.
The shoulders were down, or weren't down, actually. And a reversal. Malenko.
Hey, Gravy Show. Yeah, WCW Vault's great. Love it.
Brad needs to turn around right here.
Rolled him over. 1, 2.
Maybe Nick Patrick doesn't have an ass.
And he got out of
That's a balance. He doesn't have an ass. He just pulled his pants up again. Oh, hey! Is Brad gonna win? Oh, bullshit. You don't kick out of his finish.
He got out.
Yeah, maybe Nick Patrick doesn't have an ass. And because of it, it throws him off. But also his pants don't stay up. He doesn't have an ass to keep him up.
Rolls him up. 1, 2. Brad got out of the 2 count.
Yeah, it's double points. It's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You get the pants pull up in the rope grab and multiplies the trick points.
Vertical suplex. Brad standing switch, pushing him into the ropes. Rolls him up. 1. Both men are 1, 2.
Why'd you put your...
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what.
We need to sort this one out.
No, wait, no. His shoulders were down too. Malenko was on top. Why were you just like, yeah, Brad wins?
They just come into play.
If anything, it's a draw.
Nick Patrick say it. The shoulder blade was up. Both men had their shoulders.
But if you're gonna give it to one of them, you give it to Dean because he was on top. I don't like that finish. The match was fine, and I'm happy Brad won. Brad didn't get to do that a lot. But fuck, that was not a good finish.
You see right here now, Brad Armstrong got him up just a little bit. Now look at this thing. See his arms resting. You see his shoulder blades up right there. I'm talking about Brad Armstrong. Good call by the referee. Gonna take
bad call. Again, Dean's on top. So if you're gonna give it to one of them, give it to Dean. But that's a draw right there.
You're right. The arms across the arms of Malenko, shielding the 3 count. Your winner, Brad Armstrong.
That's
Malenko
bad finish.
Your winner, Brad Armstrong.
Boo.
Still to come with us on Saturday night.
Thanks for the cheers. Bad call, boo Nick Patrick. I agree, bravo.
The nasty boy in a street fight. Lottie, dottie, dottie. Hope you like the party.
Monday on WCW Monday Nitro Live, Arn Anderson.
Hey, it's the Rizzler.
Will take on one-man Hulk Hogan. The odds seem to be in their favor, or are they? It's been a rocky past couple of weeks for a member of the Dungeon of Doom and a member of the Four Horsemen.
That man's had so much fun. That old guy, he got to touch a rabbit.
Me up 12 feet.
Got to wave at the TV.
Me down. My head still's not right. But it was me.
Why did they frame this like the Giant's gonna walk in the shot? That is way too much headroom for these guys.
You were horse laughing because
you were. No, you were, Arn Anderson. I saw it myself.
Let me tell you something, Anderson. You were the one
that was
boob
hurt
until the Giant got his hands around your neck, and it wasn't so funny. So if you're so
tough, no worries, Signal. I understand life happens, but hey, glad to have you. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Thanks for the hang.
Well, the fact is, 2 weeks ago on Nitro, the Giant almost killed me, too. Yeah, that's funny. You felt you were so stove up, you had to go take a siesta on the...
Stoved up?
Stove up. So he wanted to leave me
like a
handle
boner?
the Armstrongs for the Unit 1. In case you didn't get the word, I scattered them in record time. We got the win just like that. But then at Nitro, my question was...
I don't think Jimmy Hart's
we had a
listening
match of that magnitude.
to a
Where were you,
word that
Jimmy
Hart
Hart?
said.
Let me tell you, I will duplicate anything that you can
Kevin
do.
Sullivan wearing
and
a
I'll do
flash
it right
robe.
now tonight.
I mean, that could be
If
more
I
than
have
one
to
type
learn
of
to
flash
trust
you're
the
talking about.
horseman, when I'm talking to you, you better look at me. If I have to learn to trust the horseman,
You think if you
we
rub
have to
Arn and
coexist
Gene's
in
heads
this
together, it
world
would like
together
squeak?
to get rid of Hogan and Booty Man? Well, so be it.
All right, it's a Southern expression. I've never heard it. See, I hear stoved up. I'm thinking you're saying that like you got a big old booty. Flamed and immobile. Just, hey, I'm stoved up.
Imagine now, if they defeat Hulk Hogan coming up this Monday live on Nitro, what they would do.
Arn still has too much hair. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
This lady, unlike Medusa,
Maybe it's like when you rub a balloon on your hair and the hair
she
sticking.
really is. She's a beautiful woman. However, going in the ring against those two nuts.
He's doing the Giant thing.
Don't ever think for 1 second.
Oh no, R.I.P. I'm sorry I killed you.
Existence of the Taskmaster.
We'll hold a memorial show next week.
Hulkamania. When you talk about the booty babe Kimberly and you take a hard look at just what you said, that is so true.
Rip their heads together, put Gene on the wall, he just stays.
Nitro, what will happen?
All right, Larry Santo,
Not these do.
Alhio de Santo 2 on the Rick Fargo.
Rick Fargo, the opponents now, here for the Taskmaster and Arn Anderson for the first time in about 3 weeks together here on WCW Saturday night.
I love when you watch old wrestlers and they're just like doing this, the shit, slapping
Arn
themselves.
Anderson, the enforcer, on the back of Rick Fargo. And a snapmare takeover.
God, Rick Fargo.
The snake in the grass.
The shittiest guy at a factory.
Yes, he will.
Boy, now you're taking in the man that is just dead set on destroying Hulkamania. He has devised all this, put all this stuff together, made all these things happen, and right here,
Randy Anderson not grabbing the rope.
he knows what awaits him on Monday Night
Oh,
Live
shit.
on TNT. WCW Monday Nitro, and I guarantee it.
Oh,
Somebody let a firecracker
Ooh.
over here, didn't they?
I think so. A little bit too close to the ears of Rick Fargo.
Yeah,
Yeah, not a DQ. That's kind of shitty roughing. If you throw someone over the top, DQ. If you give them a concussion with a chair,
yeah, the knee.
fine.
What hit he's got left. He's got most of us on the side of that chair somewhere.
All right, Larry Santo in.
Gets rolled in the corner. Here comes Larry Santo now. Arn Anderson drives it in.
Yeah, Arn's great at making it look like he's hurting people, but just keep it
Larry
himself.
Santo, and don't
I
forget,
agree.
if Hulk Hogan wins, he can get Elizabeth.
Oh, Trio O time, baby.
Yeah.
Joey Lawrence.
5 minutes from the ring, and I
Oh.
know there's a lot of payback. The Macho Man's going to be there.
Chair to the face, strut now, Fargo. Kevin's 47, Arn is 37. Arn Anderson is 10 years younger than Kevin Sullivan. There we go, spine buster. Hell yeah. 3. Good shit.
Decisive win. Hulk Hogan, we heard him earlier.
Good shit, I like that.
Look at here.
Why? Okay, here's the fucked up part about how Kevin used to always do that. Is there's the story from like early 2000 where he gets fucked up on pills in the locker room and someone finds him actually seizing on the floor like that. And he almost died because they thought that he was just like doing a gimmick thing.
WCW Saturday night.
Well, you see right there, laced him with that chair right here now. Boom,
Laced
got him
him.
tied to the tree of woe. There's no escaping when you get tied to the tree of woe. And then the patented spine buster.
Could you imagine Arn Anderson getting a patent on the spine buster? Like drawing out a schematic, turning it into the patent office.
Let's go to Mean Gene.
I think it was like 250, 300 they would get in this era. Definitely wasn't that much back in the day.
Enforcer Arn Anderson.
But like there were stories about how like enhancement guys used to get paid better for TV tapings than
on this television program, you have eliminated the Booty Man. Now, Monday night on
That would be a great shirt.
TNT Monday Nitro.
I need to suggest that to
it's
some
gonna be
folks
you two
that I know that
against
might be able to
Hulk
make
Hogan. One man against the two of you.
a Spinebuster
Number one, let's get
schematic.
it right. I'm nobody's henchman, and I'm nobody's stooge. I'm my own man.
You lied to me.
Not getting through that.
I think if you hit Nick Patrick in the head, you would be elected mayor of whatever city you were in.
Between you and I don't have a problem. You and I have a date with destiny Monday night. The immortal.
Yeah, speaking of Vader, I'm very interested in tonight's Dark Side of the Ring that I'll probably watch tomorrow morning because they interviewed Joe Thurman.
2 straight times. I don't care.
As we found out a few weeks ago, Joe Thurman, a circus worker now.
Hulk Hogan is.
You should.
Well,
You should know who Hulk Hogan is.
The enforcer and the taskmaster. And Hogan.
Hogan.
You lose. Her head is on the line. You see.
You should.
Earning myself.
Nick Patrick's on Facebook. He's been suggested to me a number of times to friend, and I'm always like, no. I will not be Joe Hamilton Jr.'s friend.
In other words, you know how to squeeze them. Arn Anderson.
Gene Okerlund.
Gene knows how to squeeze him.
I can have any woman I
Yeah,
want.
Jimmy did just goose Gene.
I can whip any
Listen,
man in
these
this
guys,
place.
they've been on the road.
Like that.
They're
So,
lonely.
Hogan,
Hey, Babaruski. No American Ninja tonight.
so that means you can get
Maybe soon on WCW or Off the Grid. American Ninja not in WCW, unfortunately.
You say, maybe you're right.
But yeah, American Ninja, if you did not watch Off the Grid, if you were not with us Friday, go check out my YouTube channel. I clipped that match specifically so everybody can enjoy the 4.5 minutes of American Ninja that we got to watch Friday. It is a wild scene. Patrick's relationship with Top Rope on Facebook is it's complicated.
This Monday on Nitro, Hulkamania faces his biggest test.
Didn't you already cut a 7-minute promo, Terry?
And Kevin Sullivan will fall on my feet. Hulkamania will be on track.
Hogan now being by himself against Kevin Sullivan and Arn Anderson as we head to Nitro this Monday.
Well, you know, Tony, sometimes that WCW trying to analyze everything is like trying to put a square peg in a round hole.
No, Dusty, it's just you, buddy.
To now have the
Just
whole
your
rounded,
analysis.
ready to put it in there, ready to peg it down. Let me tell you something about Hulkamania. The man stands tall. The man walks tall. WCW is Hulkamania. Ready for Nitro. I guarantee it.
POV where Cody Rhodes being rounded.
For the fight of your life.
2 weeks ago on Nitro Live, it was wild.
Steel legs pegging. All right, here's what happened on Nitro. In case you didn't understand from the last hour and a half. Hey, Seinfeld. Yeah, I think Cody does need to get a cowboy hat. I think that's the missing element. Yeah, he's setting, attendance records, making millions of dollars. I think he needs a cowboy hat. I agree. Nothing happened in Anderson. No, that's his son. Sorry, I like him. That's awesome, Bowser Extension. Shout out Bob Mold. I believe he just released a new album. Yes, we definitely have to. Gotta bring back the breadbasket and the mush. It's like Tony Atlas's book in the finishes. All these women shoe stripes. That era. I will get to see Tony Atlas wrestle in a couple weeks. Be at the Black Label Pro Show at Sports Circle Expo. Tony Atlas is wrestling.
Nitro, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. You will see 2-on-1, the Taskmaster and Arn Anderson against Hulk Hogan, the manager.
They just get down on their knees and jerk him off.
Plus the Macho Man Randy Savage 1-on-1 against the Barbarian. World Tag Team title. Lex Luger and Sting against the Nature Boy.
It looks like they're all burning in hell.
And And then a street fight, anything goes.
Especially those two.
Public Enemy. It's all coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. WCW Monday Nitro and only on TNT.
We're back on TBS, back on WCW Saturday night. Very quick reminder, no main event, 6:05 tomorrow night on TBS. However, we will
no main event.
A week from tomorrow night for WCW's main event, joined Bobby Brain Heenan and myself
counter-programmed by a little
9-year-old Monday
Tommy.
night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on TNT. WCW Monday Nitro live from Charleston,
Nitro was still 1 hour for another
Attention
month
hotline
and a
fans.
half.
You're not going to believe this.
It went to 2 hours on Memorial Day.
Champion has been suspended under highly questionable
I think Nick Patrick,
the decision apparently not only involving organizational
he has one of those
officials,
like digital
but
photo
also politicians outside
frames,
the USA. Makes sense.
and it's just
Politicians will get
ropes.
involved. It's a tremendously complicated story, and one you won't hear anywhere but on the WCW hotline.
About Nick Patrick's lucid affair,
That's 1-900-909-9900.
horrid affair with a rope. First 2 hour Nitro was Scott Hall's debut. Yep.
Right now.
Only ropes. God. Oh, here we go. Sting.
Welcome back, fans, to WCW Saturday night.
Nick Patrick has a lower back tattoo of the ropes.
Fans, one half of the World Tag Team.
There we go. Saved by the Bell College year Sting.
Unreal, brother. And of course, that ovation well deserved.
Saturday night was, if I remember correctly, once Thunder started, Saturday night was still doing like close to 2 million viewers a week. That's also when like a lot of shit on cable was doing over 1 million viewers. It's like now if you do 200,000, you're good.
Yeah, I tell you what, his eyes lit up. The children are the lifeblood of this country. Don't anybody ever?
Yeah, if you have not seen it, go find a picture of Sting's beard.
So happy to have him here, Daniel Wallace, right here.
Sting has a beard. It is fucking awesome.
The Stinger taking Chris Canyon to task.
All right, Chris Canyon. Is this their only singles match?
In a big way, my friend.
I don't remember them wrestling other than this. I don't think they had a singles match once Canyon was a pushed guy. I think this is it, which is weird.
Good reason. Sting was named by the readers of WCW Wrestler of the Year for 1995. And how about that? And congratulations to Sting.
See, that's what I would have think, but I'm racking my brain. I don't remember.
Bobby the Brain is the announcer of the year.
I don't have any memory of these two having a singles match during that run. Very pretty Northern Lights. It's hard to do that as a tall guy.
Deservedly won his honor.
Yeah, well, he just
props to Canyon. Let go of the fucking rope, Nick Patrick. You're in his way.
That's what Craig said.
Okay.
All right.
In the midsection.
Whoa, what is that now, Craig? Give me a handle on this one.
That's a
Craig.
I can tell you that. There's Mike Winter.
Oh, this is
partner apparently. Oh,
so yeah, Mark Starr had like bailed on the company. Or no, he was hurt. And so Mike Winter took over since he was local to Atlanta and would drive to the shows with Canyon.
Here comes Mike Winter.
And then Canyon got pulled to do Mortis, or start training as Mortis in the power plant. Because he was training as Mortis for like 6 months before he debuted. And then Mike Winter and Mark Starr were teamed.
Sting has it on. Mike Winter taking care
Sting was out a good chunk of 2000, but he was there enough. I'm right, this is the only Sting Canyon singles match. Holy crap. That is wild.
Sting is your winner. Still to come a big 8-man tag team main event. Plus, we'll hear again to the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nick Patrick's like, hey, look, the ropes. Over there. See that top rope?
Great to have you with us.
You grab that one, I'll grab this one.
A big moment for us.
Do I have any instead of the Just Incredible videos? I'm sad for him. I'm bummed for all the people he ripped off. I am sad for Justin's family, DJ's family. Booker's got problems. And he needs to come to Jesus.
Sting now standing by with Lee Marshall.
It is a known fact that the best relationship.
That being said, Maven's YouTube channel is bipolar. 1 week it'll be Maven reviews South Park episodes, and the next will be Maven hunts down Just Incredible and makes him answer for scams. And the next week, Maven teaches you how to do steroids.
up to me each and every day saying, Sting, and Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Is it just me, or did Sting kind of put highlights in his hair? I don't remember that. I thought once he went brunette, he went all the way. I don't remember
Don't you know that by now?
him lightening up the tips.
And the total package, Lex Luger, we all know he knows how to play dirty too. So I guess that makes 4 dirty players in the ring. Giant, guess what? I got your number.
We'll be going a little bit more past the top of the hour. We got about 15 minutes left. Show.
Obviously, the Stinger and the total package, Lex Luger giving some thought about how they are going to defend their titles. It is
they're going to go over
Monday night on TNT Nitro. Lex Luger, the Stinger, the Giant, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. This is WCW.
Do you think
Saturday
Nick Patrick
night.
ever grabbed Lee Marshall's upper lip because he thought it was a top rope? David confronts Nick Patrick for his treatment of the top rope. Nick, do you recognize this? The giant elevator cable.
Boy, Ric Flair's the dirtiest player in the game, no doubt about that, but dirtier even more so because a couple of ladies are helping him win many matches.
That kid there, I love that kid. I love little Rizzler.
Ric Flair.
They're getting all they can out of this tag match.
In the game. Flair knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He's been able to keep the WCW World Title in his possession by taking advantage of a good situation.
The rest of the world, if I got back in the ball game, I wouldn't just play, I'd win.
Okay, we need you to promo the promos for the promo. Lee Marshall, get in there now.
Beauty and elegance can catch any
Let's hype up
man's
this
eye.
match by
They take
showing
advantage of it
Ric
at
Flair backing
every
down
corner,
from Mark Starr.
distracting the ref on one side and cheating on the other.
Wait, is he wrapping his hand in a rope?
Manipulative game of cat and mouse.
Let me
They
hit you with
wait
this
opponent's
yarn.
eyes. Powder has been thrown. We've seen them use their spiked heels. Cords have been handed to
Thankfully, this
players,
isn't
so
South
he can stalk
Africa,
his
or they'd
opponent.
open their mouths
Victory is
to take the
usually
powder.
result of outside interference.
Yeah, I'm sorry I ruined ropes for everybody. That's right, Lee Marshall was the ring announcer for the LA portion of WrestleMania 2.
The quiet, bashful type.
And little known fact, Max Payne was on the ring crew for that show.
To keep the WCW World Title.
Nick Patrick would call
now,
that foreplay.
because if Randy Savage gets a fair
Wrapping some
shot,
yarn around your
it will be
hand.
over by the count of
That's
3.
second base for him.
Boy, let's do it.
Ric Flair is the dirtiest player in the game.
Here we go. I think this is the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following feature contest
Yep,
is a special
I was right.
tag team match. Introducing
Lee Marshall, it's a shame he passed. That dude would clear bank doing ASMR videos. I'm Green ruins everything, God. Maybe I should. Look at this team.
Yeah, this is strange bedfellow, brother. As the Nasty Boys pinned not too long ago by one of the Steiner. Well, now I should say a member of
Their four-man team name is Don't Fall Asleep Around Us.
Well, there'll be no disguising tonight. This is a real clever situation here.
Either something will go up your ass or we will shave you.
Man right here on Saturday night.
I think Buddy Landell was working indies. Who's the heels? We are the fans. What the fuck? What a weird team.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what.
Public Enemy and the Road Warriors.
I mean, they're running rapid right here. This ain't gonna be a pretty thing.
Like, what do you think that conversation was like in the locker room?
Are back in town.
What do you think Johnny Grunge and Hawk talked about?
This is where the big men play.
I'm gonna tell you what, it don't get no better.
It's a weird
It
fucking
don't get
match.
no better.
Love
All
it.
right, this 8-man tag team main event when we come back on Saturday night.
Like, how did they determine who teamed with who?
This Monday on Nitro,
Coin
Hulkamania
flip?
faces its biggest test ever. 2 men at one time. Anderson and the Taskmaster
Oh,
will
I'm
fall at
so
my feet.
excited for
What's
2
the
minute one
character?
time.
8-man tag team action.
This is not the bicycle episode. No, that was in 90, late 96.
The winner 8 on one
Big
head.
Bubba and JL. They talked about drugs.
If we
Okay,
get a chance
you got me.
on Super Clubber tonight,
Obviously, they talked about
we
drugs.
need to replay it on the
So
instant
many
split
drugs.
screen double transvest. Whoa.
Wait, what?
Easy dream. Back off here.
Dusty Rhodes saying that there's a lot of transness in this match?
Go ahead.
MTF Public Enemy?
Right there. Don't ask me them hard questions.
Brian Knobbs wearing a binder? What?
Even the fans, I tell you.
This is like a Road to New Japan match. Yes, perfect comparison.
Four of the finest tag teams in the world divided down the
Yeah, the
middle.
fans never really got the hint that they can't be the Legion of Doom in WCW. Rick Steiner is pissed at the transness.
Control Center next week.
Trans? Well, I don't know if you all saw, but holy shit, that was cool. Rick Steiner's ban at WrestleCon is up. He's just allowed back now.
And the corner pickup. How about that?
Yeah, got him in a whirly bird. Put him down hard, too. Put him down hard.
Look at this strength by Scotty Steiner.
So much power. The Steiner brothers back with a big boys play.
Road Warriors and the Steiners happened at Starrcade 1990 in the Iron, in '89 in the Iron Team tournament, and then it happened out on Nitro in '96 when the Steiners came back. I think the Road Warriors came back in the same. It was like both teams returned match.
Big elbow, top of the head. Reversal into the corner. Oh, big forearm shot.
Double
into
him
the midsection.
Doubled him over right there. Taking Knobs in there right now. A little double teaming going on. Rammed him real good.
Wow, wait, I was gonna say, are we getting selling? But then Animal just tried to get right back.
Great fans in Lakeland, Sunday, April 28th, the Lakeland Civic Center. Tickets at the Ticketmaster location for the Civic Center box office.
Oh, I always thought Animal's shoulder blocks
What agility he's got.
had a lot of air on it.
Both ends right there.
Looked very
Tremendous
fancy.
move.
The big guy.
He got Knob. Yeah, he's got Knob. Just a rocking and roller right here. Oh, Public Enemy right here. Whoa.
Rocco Rock back for his second tour here.
I think Nick Patrick didn't want to referee this match because with all the men in both corners, there was not enough rope to grab.
Just laying them thundering hands in there on him. Thundering hands. Laid him loose.
Oh!
Steiner brothers are back in town.
How about that one? That staggered hawk, and I don't think many people have done that.
No, got him up right here, trying to drive him through the mat. Whoa!
I think Hawk had a fetish for no selling the pile driver. He made everybody do that shit to him. I don't think we have gotten it going to the pay window. I don't think anybody has gone to the pay window. All these fuck finishes.
Right there.
They're the modern day Public Enemy. There's a team on NXT, Hank and Tank, I think is their name. But they are literally like Public Enemy. From 1996 time disposed to 2025. It is insane.
Jacksonville, Florida World Championship Wrestling. Don't forget, we'll be in Charleston, West Virginia, live for WCW Monday Nitro this coming Monday at State Capitol Civic Center Coliseum.
Ooh.
Nobody home with that one.
Yeah, you
Nobody
about that,
home.
That's what the Taskmaster and Iron Anderson believes they
Brian
got
Knobbs
right
is used to that.
And all them women up for
People
grabs.
don't
I
like
guarantee you what a Nitro that's going to be live.
Is it worse to pile drive Hawk or to power bomb Kidman? Definitely pile driving Hawk. Because Kidman just kind of does like a little boop. You know, when you try to power bomb him, whereas Hawk gets up and he's on horse steroids and he fucking kills you.
And, oh, they got
a little personal vendetta going on here. Look at this.
So what were they raising money for Brian Knobbs? I thought he had cancer. He was in the hospital. I thought that's what they were raising money for.
Here comes Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me that he lost his house too?
The Road Warriors over the past couple of exchanges as Public Enemy tries to do a reversal here.
Well, I don't think dancing is really what we want to do right here. They need to focus in on this kid right here because he is brute strength.
Yeah, Hogan did not give a dime to Brian Knobbs. He's too busy laughing at his daughter's trauma on TikTok. What a great guy that Hulk Hogan is.
Oh, that'll rock your head.
He lost his house to Milton. And he has an ass. That guy's just fucked all around, Brian Knobbs.
Good shot right there. He needs to tag a fresh man. And you brought up the point about the Road Warriors. And they pretty fresh right now.
Steiner's like, I want to get up now. Rocco's like, no, let me do my move. Like, no, I want to get up now.
Yeah, enabling Rocco Rock. Uh-oh, he's taking his time climbing the turnbuckle. Bad news.
Oh, God.
Steiner's got you. Way up
kill
high.
that man.
Got him hooked up here, too.
What is he going to do?
Kill
He's
Ted
trying to
Petty.
get him in the belly to belly.
Oh, okay, that was relatively safe.
Rocco Rock goes face first.
Cover him.
Rick Steiner put on the rope.
Yeah, he's like halfway
that
out
was
of
a
the
good
ring.
move, but Rocco Rock
Randy
saved
Anderson.
himself.
Come on, buddy.
The ropes were right there, and with 8 men, that ring is so crowded. It's so hard to keep a hold. One referee to keep a
Again,
hold.
it is so crowded. That's why Nick Patrick didn't want to
Double
referee.
team with Public Enemy.
Look at that. Rick Steiner kicks him in the
Public
ass.
Enemy looking pretty sharp here in this
As he's
8-man
trying to
tag.
do a double team.
Yeah, they are, and they are taking the task that situation here now with the Steiner. Trying to get Scotty up. Got him there.
All right, that was a fisherman suplex of sorts.
Escaped after a 2.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ghost of Mars. Try not to sound like a dick.
Great
Like,
8-man action here this week.
Ryan Knobs has been an asshole to so many people throughout the
Back your
years
way in 2 weeks. A pickup, or in a week's
that it's
time,
like
that is, a
really
pickup
hard to have
into a
something.
powerbomb. Scott Steiner
Like, he's in a
brings
bad
the boy,
spot.
Brian Knox.
And, like,
Yeah, and he just wants to beat on him. I guarantee
the
you.
humanitarian part of me does feel really bad.
Back
But
body
he has
drop.
been such an asshole.
Here he goes, head of steam. Waiting.
Hey, Rowan. Hello, hello.
He turned him
Oh!
upside down. What a face he made.
I love a bomb from old Rocco.
Yeah.
Oh, he ate shit.
Wrong place to be.
Look great.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my God, they're gonna do a switcheroo.
Here, I guarantee you. Look at this.
I love it. Oh my God, I love this finish.
And a save this
Wow,
time
come on.
from Jerry Sags.
But a save on his own guy.
That is Johnny Grudge.
He tried to do twin magic. That was funny. It's good shit.
Here's his other guy. There's 3 nasty boys in here.
Johnny Grunge is like, this guy also looks like shit.
Brother, this is dismaying.
God, Ken Shamrock donating like the smallest amount possible just to make Brian Knobbs read the note out loud would be fucking hilarious.
Outside here, the public nasty, the
public nasties.
Right here now, and the other nasty boys, they fight
I think
all
that
the
was
way out the back
after
of
the show.
building. They getting ready to go to the back. Rammed his head
Yeah, a
right
lot of
into
this
the
is
WCW
very
wall.
illegal.
Yeah.
Animal's like, how is the match not over yet? It's his hands on his hips. Like, why the fuck haven't you called a DQ? And so they just start fighting. God. Not one of those guys could have laid down. Oh, fuck. Fuck blasted his ass. Yeah, wild as in they all looked at each other like, what are we supposed to do? And then they start fighting.
To the former heavyweight champ of the world on Saturday night.
That's a lot of, there's a lot of former heavyweight champions.
WCW
Yeah, you can't let Rocco Rock lose.
McDonald's. Have you had your break today?
Yeah, Rick was bumping. Rock's like, yo, fuck you.
And of course, the American team, Dusty Rhodes, have that we have had to restrain during the course of this.
Yeah, what if
television
Randy
program,
Anderson?
the Macho Man,
If Nick Patrick
Randy
rapped, he would have won
Savage.
that match.
In light of that, they're going to let him go. And we're going to talk to him, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah, Randy cannot stop talking about his ex-wife. I love the juxtaposition of serious, stern Randy Savage storming to the entrance while wearing all of that.
And then earlier in the hour, we heard from you up close and personal. We know
He,
what's Flair with
he doesn't have a match. He taped up for no reason, just to take it off during his promo. I fucking love Randy Savage.
Nitro, I won't kick his ass.
Black Monday, wasn't that when the
Ric
stock market?
Flair, he's obviously upset you beyond belief. I don't know at this juncture.
Randy, buddy, turn around this way. You got a thing in the back of your head. Big skin patch.
And I'll knock out 20 more. You understand?
All right, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. We have lost this man.
Macho came out for public
He's
nasties.
obviously going to walk the halls looking for the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I understand that he had offered his services to the great Hulk Hogan for Monday Nitro. Hulk said, no, I'm going to go it alone with the absence of the Booty Man. So that sets the stage for this Monday night on TNT.
That's it. That's the promo.
At 9 p.m. It is better than
He didn't look at the camera. He just walked off in the middle of it. He taped up. He put on his boots.
Gene Okerlund said, have a great weekend. We'll see you next Saturday night. So long, everybody.
All right. That's it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me the last couple of hours for WCW Deep Cuts Live. Bit of an abrupt ending with Randy Savage just walking off his promo. But hey, it happens, you know. Yeah, I appreciate you all hanging out with me for the last 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. I always appreciate you, giving your time, giving your fellowship on a Tuesday night. And you could be doing a lot of other things, but hey, you're here, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much to everyone in the Erotic Eric Quanting fan club for hanging out. It's a highlight of my week for sure, and I hope it is for yours. So yeah, I'll be back next Tuesday at 9 for WCW Deep Cuts Live. No Off the Grid. Taking the week off. I'll be back next week. Again, another Friday Off the Grid. And again, I'm very excited. I'm giving Off the Grid a whole facelift. It'll look all brand new and shiny. So I can't wait to show you all that. But before I go, like I always like to say, before I end these, even if you don't make it here next week, I want you to be here next week. Definitely want you to be here. But if you can't, life happens. I understand. Just make it to next Tuesday. So I'm asking, 7 days. I'm gonna try my hardest to make it through life, because Lord knows I need the reminder, and I hope you do too, because I think you're pretty fucking awesome. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name's Tom. I'll see you next Tuesday. We're gonna watch WCW Saturday Night from April of '95. But for now, go to bed.